What's going on, people? Just getting set up here. Just give me a second. Let me get this link dropped in here real quick. Get some music on. There we go. Get some music playing. There we go. We'll get the link in here real quick. There we go. All right. Get this fucking bowl packed up. As I just sat down, just getting set up real quick. I figured we'd go live tonight and have a little chat and see what's going on. Be one of those nights I'm just hanging out, smoking, trying to get tired at some point. There we go. Fucking restream. What's up, man?
What are you doing? Just listening to old
shit. Hang on. There we go. My volume was off. My volume was off. I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
I'm just talking to my Uncle Edwin over there. Yeah. Just watching him real quick.
Yeah, I popped it on for a minute. It was just ending. I heard him saying Rat Trap City is dangerous. Like, we've got air conditioning on the bus. I was laughing my ass off.
He always comes out with something funny, man. Dick Tracy.
Yeah, he's a funny dude, man. That made me laugh.
I like the avatar. It popped out with the restream. Is that a mountain? Oh, it looks like one of the pyramids in South America, sort of.
Yeah, it's those crazy fucking pagans building their temples in purgatory. That's the doorway. We're just coming out of hell there. You join up with everybody, meet up for a chat.
Yeah, what's up, David, Carol, Mickey, Dustin? His avatar is one of the funniest avatars with that Diddy and Boy Bites thing.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious, bro.
Me and a couple of my buddies that live over here that watch this stuff, right? Like, we laugh about that all the time, the Boy Bites.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
I don't know where he found that, if he made that, but that thing is funny as all hell.
It is funny, dude.
Him as Little Debbie's cupcakes and stuff.
I'll tell you what, the other one that always makes me laugh, it never gets old. Every time I see it, I kind of chuckle, as Paps Needs Gas Money.
Oh, yeah, he's a funny bastard.
Well, just the name. Whenever I see that name, it makes me fucking laugh, dude.
Yeah.
That shit is classic. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was so good that guy held on to that name for like 2.5, 3 years.
He should hang on. It's classic. It's never going to go out of style or lose its meaning. It's great.
Yeah, Paps bought an electric car. You don't need gas no more. You ever seen? I know this girl who has one, right? This not a girl, a woman, but who has one, and she's been complaining about it. Times she'll brag about it, and then she'll complain about it.
Yeah.
Where do you get your little electric? She's like, oh, there are gas stations where I just pull up and I plug my thing in. I never.
Yeah, there's charging stations. Yeah.
Yeah, I never. I was like, yeah, worried about that thing like burning in your yard at night or blowing up.
Bro, that shit's not a game. My wife was just showing me some shit 3 weeks ago. I forget who I was. I think we were talking about it, and the people in our chat were like, "Oh shit." She was showing me all these pictures, dude, of people's fucking electric cars that just literally set fire in their driveway, in their garage, like in parking spaces and stuff. They just set on fire.
Really? Even when they're off?
Yeah, they're totally off.
Well, I don't get it. How do they catch fire if they're off?
Something with the batteries is fucked up.
I gotta change my avatar so I can put a skull up here. I don't feel right without the skull. But yeah, bro, really, that's nuts when it's fucking off.
Yeah, it has something to do with the batteries, man. I'm not going to pretend to know the ins and outs of it, but it has something to do with the batteries being fucked up.
Now, what happens if it's in your garage, right? Like you got a garage.
Your fucking house burns down. Forget about it.
God forbid, man. Oh, my God. God forbid. Right? Like, you're like I said, Doc, like the garage goes into the house and that shit burns down, and God forbid somebody dies, a whole family.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
That's no joke.
Yeah, I don't know anyone personally. My wife works with a few people that have them, but I don't know anybody personally that I hang out with or talk to that has an electric vehicle. Everyone that I know and hang out with has like the same opinion because we see the We laugh when we drive by them. We see the charging stations. We see the people sitting there for fucking an hour, 2 hours of their life. And we're just like, look at these fucking moofs over here on the side of the road like they're fucking selling crack and shit. You know what I mean? It's like hanging out in parking lots. There's people walking by asking for change. Shit, like you're just trying to get power to your car. Fangle that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, bro, having to sit in a fucking parking lot for an hour, 2 hours of my life to charge my car while I got like hobos and fucking people coming by, like Tony Pizza's asking me for change.
Like 2 hours? Yeah, no.
Even an hour, bro. It's like,
Even
yeah,
an hour,
look, I got shit to do. My life is scheduled, bro. Forget about it. You know what I mean? We're grown ups.
And let's say, like you just said, you're in a bad area, right?
Yeah.
Ads going down or something happened, like
yeah. And here's the other thing I would say too. It's like they're not everywhere, bro. And you only have so far you can drive on it. So if you start fucking around, there's going to be places you just can't go to.
What's up, Uncle Edwin? Great telecast you had just now. You're right. There's states you can't go to, right? Parts of states you can't go to.
Yeah, there's just gonna be places you can't go. The same thing with people they spend all this fucking insane retard Arab oil money on these fucking crazy cars, and they're so low to the ground that they have to map out where they can even drive ahead of time, or they're gonna bottom the fuck out and ruin their car. It's like, bro,
what kind of cars are those? Like Lamborghinis or something?
Yeah, sure. Even like Maserati, just anything that's super low and sporty like that, that's ultra low. But yeah, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, those are real good picks for that. Yeah, stuff like that. And you have to like map out where the fuck you can even go. I mean, dude, you're talking about you can't even drive up or down out of a fucking parking lot to like a fast food restaurant if the curb's too high.
Yeah, that's a good point. Even what if there's speed bumps, right?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're fucked.
Speed bump. Wow, that's a good point. Forget about it. We got speed bumps in Providence, right? Oh, wow. Especially in the West End. In the West End, like it's known as a bad neighborhood. So they got speed bumps everywhere. I'm like, every 15 friggin' yards is a speed bump. And they're huge.
Yeah, so yeah. See, that shit drives me nuts. And I won't get into detail, but I have a nice car. And like, I get into places like that, bro. And I just literally start screaming. I'm speaking fucking. It's like I've told people before. When I get really mad, it goes back and forth between English and Italian. When I start yelling and screaming,
and you have a similar one. Don't ever say which one, but you have a similar car, right? So those Lambos.
Yeah, not like a Lamborghini or Ferrari, not by any means. But yes, I have a nice car that like. When I end up having to constantly go over like all these bumps or the roads are like that, I get really pissed off.
Yeah, any car that would like a speed bump, right? Let's say even if you had an old classic, let's say you had a classic 1932 something. If you go over these speed bumps, it's destroying parts of your car, like.
Yeah, and like I tell the younger people in my family, like I'm very economical with shit. I think about stuff probably too much, but it's like. Everything you have has a certain number of times it can be used before you have to replace it, right? That goes for stuff and parts that are on your car too. So if you're in a car and your shocks and like your tires and your wheel, like all that kind of stuff is a little more expensive than average, you got to think about that shit. It's like I'm going through my neighborhood. There's 10 of these fucking giant speed bumps. I'm going to go over them back and forth every single day. I'm probably going to have to replace things like more often not,
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit will just drive me crazy, bro. That shit drive me crazy. And like the ones that are smaller too and just really, really hard and abrupt, those are the other ones that get me fucking going off. Yeah.
Now, what is that? So what about a Porsche? Is that low to the ground?
I mean, I guess it would depend. I don't know like a lot of the different models. But I mean, as long as it's one of the ones that's like sporty and they've got it low to the ground, you can get cars lowered too. So yeah, I'm sure there's certain Porsche models that would be fucked for that. Sure.
Yeah. We have a lot of those speed bumps over here, man. Crazy amounts of speed bumps.
I was going through I've been working on a couple parodies lately.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I'm always working on. I mean, like I told you before, I've got stuff on the low, like just chilling, waiting for the right time for one of these people to fuck up that I've written something about before. But this week I was working on a couple of new things and I started going through tracks as I do, looking for songs that like strike the mood I'm looking for, you know. So like in this case with the song I'm working on, I'm looking for something like really kind of quirky musically, and looking for stuff that maybe has like certain lyrics or lines in it that I can work with. And man, I found a handful of really fucking whacked out songs about stalkers, bro.
Stalkers?
Yeah. I found a couple songs that had me laughing my fucking ass off, bro. There's a handful of very strange songs on the internet about stalkers, and I found two of them I'm working with a little bit.
What is Psycho Killer? What they say? No, 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 no. What is that fucking song? Iggy Pop or Pat? Not Psycho Killer. Who sings? Jason, what's up? Who sings that? Psycho
I
Killer.
don't know. I'll look it up. I got my phone in
You
front
know
of me.
the song, right? What is it? I'm not good with music, so me singing it is not gonna really help. It's like Psycho Killer.
Talking Heads.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking Heads. Psycho Killer.
Yeah. No, I was just looking up some different stuff, doing some different word searches, and like I said, I found a handful of. I only decided to work with a couple of them, but I found a few of them that were really funny and fucked up. I was like, damn, you wrote a song about that shit? I love people sometimes. I hate fucking people most of the time, but every once in a while, people are awesome, you know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, there's still some good creative people out there that make me laugh, and that shit had me dying, bro.
What's up, Montauk? What's up, Carmela, Kirill, Mickey Grigg? Yeah, people are characters, man, but you know, you got all kinds of different characters out there.
Yeah, for
Some
sure.
people are funny, man. Some people can be just funny in their own ways. Everybody's sense of humor is different. There's some funny. I got one friend. He's got this dry sense of humor, but he just says the most funniest shit. So dry.
Yeah.
This dude's a funny bastard. And then I got other friends that are like more like animated, like funny. Like this kid I went to school with. I can obviously not gonna say his name, but man, he was a character. This kid could have been a comedian. Almost. Yeah, it could have been like a comedian. He was funny, man. And he was also insanely funny, doing crazy stuff. I'll just say this. He's on you know how like they got America's Craziest Criminals?
Yeah, America's Dumbest Criminals and Weird Criminal Crimes.
Yeah, he's like on America's Craziest Videos of Criminals for like driving. I don't want to get too tactical, but I'll say driving an automobile with like the hatch down, scraping along the
that's
the
funny.
Fucking ground, almost on fire. The car, right?
Wow.
Yeah, but he was just always a funny dude. But like I said, not the dry humor funny, but
yeah,
because everybody's got their their moments.
I went and well, it's kind of actually, let me tell you right from the top why I even did this, because you might not know this, you might find it interesting. So I saw fucking A-Light did a new video where he's talking about it, literally called Gotti's Hitman.
No way.
Oh yes, he did.
He means senior or junior.
It's it's called The Daily is the channel.
Gotti's Hitman. So he means John Gotti Senior, right? The father, right?
Yeah, just like he tried to say before, all that weird, stupid shit, like he went to Vegas with him and all that stuff.
Yeah, Gotti Jr. said he was in his he hung out with him for 2 years, right? For 2 years they were friends. He was never with the father.
No, yeah, and he was just having him. He was basically just using him as a piggy bank because he knew he was robbing drug dealers and stuff.
No matter what he was using him for. No, and listen, I hate A-Light. No, I can't stomach these rap bastards. But he was a guy, like he did do like like shoot at people, hit people with bats. So in the streetwise thing, he was a guy that would hurt somebody, right? So
well, he was a fucking scumbag in his neighborhood that robbed drug dealers. And yeah, he came across Gotti Jr., who let him around him for a little while because he was paying tribute and shit, and he just kept him around. But then he started figuring out what a scumbag he was, and that he was using his name, and he was acting like he was Italian, and even changing his name around and shit, and lying. And I remember one of the big ones that pissed him off was when he was telling people he came over and spent the night at their house.
Yeah, that's not. That's
That was like one of the ones where when it got back to Junior, he was like, "Bro, okay, this has gone way too far. This kid's a fucking retard.
Yeah, he's a liar,
and we gotta have to chase him." And that's what they did. They chased him, and he had to leave fucking New York. But
right? He's a sick. He should have just told the truth, like I said before. Leto should have just told the truth about his life in that lifestyle. Where like he shouldn't have put himself so much with the father with these lies. He should have just said, "Yeah, I was with John Gotti Jr."
oh yeah, his story constantly changed, even with the pictures.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, that's me and this guy. It's like, no, that guy's been dead for like 5 years, bro. And you're just standing outside on a random street. Me and MRE could go take a picture on Mulberry Street and stand in front of some purported quote unquote club, and then like we'll take pictures with all the random people that walk by, and then we'll say that they're mob guys.
Yeah. He's he didn't know who the guy was, and he should have known. He's just a sick liar, and that's all he's got for the rest of his life. He'll just march off.
Well, and he continued lying even past that. He lied about all the fucking events in Brazil. He lied about every fucking thing.
What new lies did you hear? Did you hear anything that sounded new?
I did not listen to the whole show. My point in bringing that up was twofold. One, it may be time to have to put this motherfucker on blast, and because I know he drifted off into politics, he wasn't involved in all this stuff. Like, so I haven't paid attention to him, but if he's going to start up, I noticed that he was doing his shit with like fucking Borello and all them. And I was like, okay, we'll see what happens with this. But now if he's going to be doing like these big interviews and talking that same dumb shit again, it might be time to write him another song and like maybe do a good show on him.
Well, here's the thing is that what I need from him is to make up another lie or tell the old lie a different way, right? And then I can go grab the old video.
Yeah, or even again, like even telling some of the same lies we've already fucking proven.
Oh yeah, even so. But
if he's gonna come back out and start talking to people and it's gonna get views, it's like, hey, everybody that just watched this.
Even old lies, you're right. Even if he's going on there and doing new content.
Well, he's definitely doing that, right? That's what I'm saying. So I'd have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, I will check in because if he is doing new content, if Johnny A. Light turned back to Johnny Aletto, and he's Italian man again, the Italian world, and he's got all these. Yeah, I'm gonna check him out because he's a gold mine. He really is.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
He was my first he was my first little fucking
and the promise. It's the promise, bro. The promise is we're gonna fuck with you and keep telling people that you're lying to, that they're being lied to until you fuck off. When you fuck off, we'll leave you alone. If you come back, we're gonna do it again.
Well, the thing is, when you lie, we're gonna catch you in your lies.
Exactly. And every time you tell them.
Because what these rats will do is they'll hear you say that. Look, they want to hurt him, or they're going to do something. We've never ever attacked his children, and R.I.P. to his daughter.
Oh no, yeah, I'm right. I mean, sure, you could clarify that, for sure.
I know how
but we've never done those things.
We've never done nothing like that. Neither We Push Back movements never done that. Any of the Kane Shades never did it. Assassino never did it. So many of those like rat hating channels never did that, and neither did I.
Nope. Nope. But here's the other thing that
what else was he saying though on this thing that you heard?
Oh, like I said, I just put it on for me. I wanted to see what it was about, and I saw the thing was called Gotti's Hitman, and I listened to him talk for about 5 minutes, and I turned it off.
And it was, but he was insinuating Senior. He was Senior's hitman, correct?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. But so what I did was I immediately I was like, okay, I'm going to come back and listen to this. This is what I was starting to tell you, right? So I found that shit, and I was like, all right, I'm going to come back and listen to this. I was like, but instantaneously I had that thought of what I just shared with you, which is, bro, we're going to have to fucking do something about this. So I went to your channel and I hit oldest on the fucking live section because I was looking for a couple of specific videos that I remembered, and I wanted to check them out and like listen to a couple parts of it, so that when I went back and listened to his new thing, I would have that shit fresh in my brain. You know what I mean? The proving of the lies and all that stuff. So here's what made me laugh though, dude. I think it was the show that has the picture of a school bus, and it was like a liar and a little bit about Calandra. It was a really old video.
I remember,
I'm just telling you, it was one of the ones that I like flipped through looking for stuff. At the end of it, though, this was where.
Did you leave a comment? Because I'll know which one.
No, but I can tell you the video was 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
And here's what made me laugh. I was obviously you played a clip that was like the third clip I ever made. So I was obviously still like new around here. And like we had like barely just talked a little bit. You'd played the John Albanian song, I think.
Johnny, oh yeah. Why we lie with all these whys? Got John Alita, sherbet, John Alita. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, then you were like, but at the end of the show, you were like, hey, I'm going to play you guys a couple of clips from this fucking channel from this guy, Rat Trap City. And you were like, they're pretty funny. Check them out. But you played this shit made me laugh, bro. I was sitting in my chair by myself and I fucking was laughing my ass off. You played the fucking video that I made about the Tuggies for Tendies for A-Light and his brother. And while it was,
Gee, Wally, if you don't help me sneak out, I'm going to say you gave me a tuggy, Wally. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the video I made was the Dutch rudder video. And
I don't remember that.
Oh, dude.
I remember
it's from Zach and Miri Make a Porno. It's got the fucking dude from Jay and Silent Bob. It's got Jay in it. And him and Seth Rogen are talking in the movie, and I just replaced their faces with A-Light and his brother Jimmy Cheeks. And he goes, and basically what he does, the Dutch rudder, the dude walks up to Seth Rogen, and he's naked, and he goes, hey man, he's like, you ever heard of the Dutch rudder? And he's like, no. Seth Rogen's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He's like, here, check this out. He's like, here, grab my elbow. And Jay puts his hand on his dick, and fucking he puts Seth Rogen's hand on his elbow. He's like, here, now work my elbow. He's like, look, not see, it's like you're jerking me off. He's like, but not gay, because you're not touching my dick. I'm touching my own dick.
I think I do remember that degenerate.
Yeah, and he goes, here, now I'm going to grab your elbow. He's like, you're working my elbow, I'm working your elbow. You're working my dick, I'm working your dick. He goes, that's the double Dutch rudder. Well, dude, here's what made me laugh, though.
I didn't know what a Dutch rudder was. I was like, what the fuck is it?
Well, yeah, and you hadn't seen that video yet either. You just picked one of the ones that was on my channel. You were like, here, we're going to watch a couple of these videos from Rat Trap City. You did some Sean Jimmy Made Me Laugh, and you played it, and while it's playing, you started laughing, and you go, oh my God. You're like, this is graphic. Oh my God. And at the end, you're like, okay, folks, that was a little graphic. And I was just fucking dying.
Yeah, I do. I think I do remember. Jojo, what's up, man? 401.
I was just fucking dying, bro.
I still got that thing for you. I got to give it to you shortly. It's just actually a tool, but I do remember that. Yeah. Then what did I play? Some more of your stuff?
Yeah, I think you played one more. It was the one with Jimmy, where you, me, and Angel are standing there, and Jimmy walks up and he goes, well, that's it, guys. Everybody, no one likes me. I smell like poop. I got nits. And I'm never going to fall in love. And we all just kind of like put our heads down while he walks away. And it's like, damn.
Yeah, those are funny, man. I hope Johnny A-Light goes back to a letter Italian man, jumping here and there and everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Meatballs and spaghetti are beyond despair. Johnny is the Italian man. He's
little ditty about John Albanian. Silly Ricky likes to pretend that he's Italian.
Yeah, that's a great one right there. That was a classic.
Johnny can't stand that dude.
That was one of your first ones. Well,
that was literally the first thing I ever uploaded.
Yeah, he's the typical, right? He's the typical dirty rat scumbag coming on social media, right? Attacking people's families and shit.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Lies up, making lies of other people he tried to put away.
He was the absolute worst for a while. Yeah, he was the absolute worst. He was doing that shit for a long time before a lot of these other guys caught on to the grift. Yeah.
Yeah, he might have been was he the first rat out there with a channel? He might have been. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm saying about the attacking part for attention.
Well, he was doing that. I believe he did that when he did. I don't know if when he first got on YouTube. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
he
believe
was
it
he was on Instagram too. He's like on everything that was available when he got on there. He was just fucking, even like way back in the day with just on Facebook and stuff with Fibby.
Yeah, his disgusting book. He's a disgusting bastard and
You
a
know, and Fibby
pervert.
helped him with a lot of that shit for all that time. You know how I feel about that. Fibby was
Oh,
involved in all
Phoebe's a
that
scum
stuff.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
Phoebe was.
he lied to Angel. He called her up after he had his nasty fallout with A-Light and was like, I didn't like him, and I told him that if he wasn't going to be nice to you, then I wasn't going to be his friend no more, and he stole my phone, and he texted you, Ben. I just want you to know it wasn't me. I'm like, I'm sitting there listening to that shit going, bro, I know crackheads that make more sense than you. You're a fucking retarded-ass liar.
Well, what was that, on a video or something?
That's the story he gave Angel. That's the story of how he came to Angel's rescue and how they became friends at the very first time. It was because
I don't remember that.
okay, so at the end of fucking A-Light and Phoebe's relationship, at the end of their boy love, they were hanging out in Jersey at a hotel, and him and a couple other Fanoics were swimming in the pool.
What made them fight A-Light and Phoebe? What?
I don't know. I don't know. So Phoebe said originally that, here's the thing, nothing he says ever makes sense and the timelines don't match up. So it's hard to say what's true. But I remember him saying once that the reason that they started, or the reason he decided he didn't like A-Light anymore, was because he figured out that the secret mafia mission was bullshit.
Wait, he did send him on the secret mafia mission, though, to protect some girl in another
right,
state.
right. But he was also, if you remember, though, A-Light was also scamming the girl at the same time. That's how the two of them figured it out.
Really? See, I didn't know about that. Really? Scamming the girl? Why didn't I ever catch that? Because I know Casbo tried to lie. Kitten tried to lie and say like Phoebe tried to R the girl or something, which is a lie. Phoebe didn't try to
Yeah, I doubt that very seriously.
You know,
no, he was taking his Sopranos duty very seriously.
Yeah,
he was trying to become a part of the fucking.
He was taking that seriously. You know, he had yes sir, yes ma'am. You know what I mean? I don't believe he would do so. Try to R the girl. But
no, he wanted to be part of the Calamari family, and
yes.
Again, so the whole thing fell apart because the girl was told by a liar that Phoebe just needed a place to stay, that people were out to get him, that he had done some work for him, and he needed a place for him to hide out. And then he told fucking Phoebe that the girl was in trouble. He needed him to go there and watch. They were both being lied to. It was fucking stupid.
Being lied to. So Aletto must have wanted to get rid of Fibbins because let's say Fibbins was maybe staying too long. I don't know. They had a fight, an argument, or maybe I don't know. Fibbins was living there for maybe weeks or months. Who knows? And maybe he was getting sick of him, saying, "How do I get rid of this
maybe
kid?"
He was getting ready to go live with his mom because he was running out of money. Who knows, right? I mean, who really knows?
Who knows? No one knows. Yeah, maybe Aletto was running out of money.
Yeah, but but him and the girl figured out that they were what the stories were, and he called up a liar, and they had a big fight, and he came back to Jersey. They met at this hotel. They were all hanging out, drinking, supposedly swimming in the pool.
Now, hold on. Now, first of all, is Goodfellas music playing or Sopranos music? Why this is going on?
It might have been Donna Summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
First I was afraid.
I'm thinking it was more of a pina colada mood around the pool. But right. So here's the story though that Phoebe gives. Right.
Midnight.
Phoebe says, "I'm in the pool. A lights up at the fucking chairs. He goes, I left my phone up on the chair and it didn't have a security code on it. I see A light with my phone. I go, hey, what are you doing? And he says, nothing. I'm just looking through some pictures, seeing what you got on your phone. He goes, fuck that. Put my phone down, whatever. They start arguing about it. Phoebe gets out of the pool, gets his phone from A-Light, looks down, and it's a bunch of messages on his personal Facebook to Angel, calling her every name in the book and all kinds of gross stuff. Phoebe says, hey, you can't fucking, what are you doing using my phone to message all these people and fight with them and Angel and all this stuff? You're going to make me look bad. This is the story he's giving.
This is Phoebe's story. Gotcha.
And dude, exactly. He goes, so then that night he decides he's going to call Angel Gotti or get a hold of her to let her know that that was not him on his page writing all that nasty stuff, that it was A-Light that got his phone and did it. And I'm like, bro, you're a fucking idiot. No.
I don't believe him. I believe he just jumped ship fanboy stuff, right?
Bro,
Like,
yeah. They probably wrote all that shit together, and then he was just getting a
yeah,
hold of her as an end to tell her, I told him if he picks on you, I'm not going to be his friend no more. I'm your friend.
or
And I need a place to live, and I'm homeless now because he's done with me.
listen, when it comes to these people, it could have been that. It could have been a Leto alone, Phoebe alone. You don't know when it comes to these liars, man. They lie
I
so.
agree with you. I agree with you.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, most of
It
this is
could have
just what
been
I think.
yeah, it could have been either three. You know, he's a sick kid. You know, that dude's
Yep.
sick. He's a sick puppy. And Leto, I hope he does start going on and talking more. As he's getting older, he's going to tell these more stories and he's going to get caught in more trumped up lies. He should stick to go President Trump, and talk about fucking calluses on your foot, whatever he's been
Because
talking.
remember, like he was also the original dude that was putting all those nasty like penis face pictures and stuff like that online and talking about how Angel did this person and that
Yeah,
person
Gene.
and
I
was
think Gene
involved
was
with these
doing that.
people.
Yeah, I think Gene was doing that.
Yeah,
For
he gets taught by Daddy.
or
You
one
know?
of his, or maybe one of his gimps, right? That, well, I forget that guy's name. Oh shit, his friend. He was a goofball too. Yeah, him or his friend, or maybe he learned how to make them. But yeah, they were putting them out there. A bunch of 60-year-old men attacking another 60-year-old lady, or late 50, whatever they were at the time, right? Like
Yeah,
5
yeah,
years
yeah.
ago, right?
Sure.
He's a fucking scumbag. That guy. He always will be. He's just like I said when I first came out. Him and you know this. All these rat bastards are no good. They're not good people. They're liars. They're scumbags.
Yep.
They're fame whores, right? They sell anybody out or turn on
Well,
everybody.
just right. So just the moment that you even think you
These boys,
should get on any kind of public platform after you've cooperated and been hidden away, and you use that to get attention and try and grift for money and stuff, bro, it's like there's no next level of depravity unless you do what he
well,
did,
here
which
it
is
is.
like actually lie and put the
Yeah.
disgusting degenerate part to it.
Yes, lie and make all disgusting, regenerate lies up about people's family members.
Yeah,
And
because he
shit.
said a lot of disgusting sexual stuff about a lot of people, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
really nasty.
yeah, he was full of shit with all that.
And
That
almost every story he tells is a fucking lie.
yeah, he
You know,
lied.
in court, he admitted to shooting one fucking person.
Yeah, that guy was a scrub. He lied. He said that what Gotti's sister liked him or something. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's a story he told it, but he doesn't tell this story. Angel could tell the story better than me, so I'll just paraphrase. If she hears this, she could tell the story since she knows now that he's out there talking again. But her sister's husband is not somebody you really want to have to fuck with, bro.
I
And
think he chased
a liar fucking shit his pants in the middle of the street.
Yeah, he chased him or something like that.
Oh yeah, he found him and fucking yeah, the dude literally shit himself.
Did he really beat him up or just chase him?
That's why I said she could tell that story better than me. I would be telling you what I think I remember. I won't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, number one, she would have never dated him in a million years. Here's why. Number one, he was like a few years younger than her. She wouldn't just date her brother's friend anyways. It's not gonna happen. He's a fucking liar. And that's what they all do. Notice that all these rats always make sexual lies up about their people they hate's family members, the women in their family. You notice that? They all they all love doing that, right? Like a pure.
Oh yeah, and if it's a dude, they talk about how they're gonna make them suck on their fucking dick and how they're gonna fuck them into this and they're gonna use them for this and that.
He's gonna say whatever he can to make people mad and shit like that because he's a cunt, you know. That's just what he is. All of them. Like, look at Panisi. Look at fucking Rat Squad. Look at all these fucking guys. These guys are real low.
Well, they don't. Yeah, they don't make that. They make them as, but not more like degenerate, low life scum than Rat Squad. I mean, he checks the boxes for all of the disgusting.
I wonder where that pig face boy is at right now in some cell or somewhere or something or in an alleyway. I think he's in the can, honestly. And he's probably in some unit with some transmissions. He's living with all transmissions in a unit with transformers because he's in some PC rat unit. And in them units are all transformers and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Literally Decepticons everywhere. He must be loving it. He must have all like little Jay. He must have all little hoes in there and shit, little fanboys, holding his pocket. So maybe he's holding it. Maybe he's got braided hair now. And
Oh, of course, bro.
all
Of
like
course.
checked out with a
I mean,
shirt.
if he's kept his disgusting, horrific weight up, then he's just like laying about on a steel table like Jabba the Hutt by a bunch of Asian fucking ladyboys braid his hair and pick belly button lint and shit. Yeah.
Because you got to think he can bully most of those transmissions, right? The transmissions are going to do whatever Rat Squaw says, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're going to be terrified of him. They're going to want him as a boyfriend, and they're going to want him to stick up for him. So he's loving it in that tranny ward, probably getting drugs. He's a real dirtbag, man. What he did to his kid, what he
Bro,
did
you rat on your fucking
what
father.
he did to his what he did to guys who didn't even know him.
Yeah. Well, for sure. So I was gonna say, like, so you rat on your own father, tell all kinds of mad, disgusting lies about your own father. You hit your fucking mom.
Yeah, that's bad.
You beat your fucking dude. You hit your mom. You beat your wife. You beat up your own fucking son and choked him like you were gonna kill him.
Yeah.
You Mr. fucking mad dope. You literally try and start like a rat conversation the moment a cop says hi to you. Then you try and blame it on a woman.
Yeah.
Then you go to fucking prison and you lie about people you don't even know, including, again, your own father, just to throw that in, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a special case.
Scumbag of the fucking year, bro. And banging fucking all them nasty drugs at the same time. Just a scumbag, bro.
Yeah, he's probably there's so much. Yeah, it's hard to like. People always ask me who's the worst one. Like, it's hard to say, man. All these guys have took people away from their families and stuff. They're
with
all
straight
bad.
lies.
That's why, like, they're all bad, but some of them are just worse than other areas.
Yeah, Panisi's in his own little garbage pail fucking classification. Yeah. The man that ratted on himself because he speaks to ghosts,
Yeah, and he's a framer. Like, let's not forget, he like a lot of people say, oh, he ratted on Madonna, Korea, and Caldwell.
Right, with lies.
He didn't rat on them. He actually framed them and lied on
Yeah,
them.
yeah. He told a narrative that the fucking cops gave him. Yep.
Yes, because ratting is like, I get, doing a crime with somebody or somebody telling on you. Like, these people didn't even know that.
Hey, John, it's Fed Tom here. This is the guy your grandma says has to go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fucking scumbag piece of shit. Paranoid skits, fucking not safe to be in public.
I'm so fucking pissed right now. I fucked up this Panisi video. I got to redo it. I'm so fucking pissed. What
happened with that?
Man, I don't know. I couldn't hear it. It sounded great on my end, but the chat was like, man, they couldn't even hear it. Then when I listened to it, I'm like, oh my God, it was brutal. You could hardly hear anything.
Something fucked up with tech.
Yeah, man. So I took it down. But yeah, Ghost Boys. I got to check up on Aledo this week.
Like I said, Daily Mail. I'm gonna watch it too, but the channel is called Daily Mail.
How long was the interview with him?
Here, I'll look it up on my phone.
He's Hitman.
I'm sure it was probably an hour or so. I don't know. Let me look it up.
Yeah, and Panisi's nuts, man. Like, he's paranoid, but he's also a framer. He's also a vindictive fucking cunt, man.
He's a total psychopath when it comes to his paranoia. He's dangerous. He's a danger to society with his paranoia, bro. Especially when he's off his meds. Fucking nope.
He's trying to frame Dominic as a mobster, right? He's
been hell-bent on that.
And he's been saying, oh, Dominic's paying people to hack me. It's like, dude, you fucking dummy. If nobody hacked this guy, right? This guy's just an idiot, or he's lying, right? Or this is all a fucking charade, a rat charade, right? If he hacked you, number one, he's not going to hack you. But if he did, or anybody did, wouldn't you not be able to get in your account, right? Wouldn't you not be able to sign in?
Well, dude, so he's doing so John Alite apparently did a recurring thing with the Daily Mail 4 months ago. How John Gotti's enforcer robbed drug dealers to fund his empire. And then 2 months ago, former hitman explains the secret code of the mafia.
Oh God, what was that again?
3 months of what being a New York City mobster in the 80s and 90s was really like. 3 months ago, former mobster reveals he impersonated a cop in a $1 million truck heist. What?
What?
You're a
Really?
fucking
$1 million truck
moron.
heist? I gotta check that out. We've never
Yeah, so
heard.
there's a handful of them. Each one's 20 minutes long. So yeah, it's like 80 minutes of content right there.
I never heard about the $20 million truck heist.
What a fucking moron.
Yeah, come on, Johnny. More lies, Johnny. So I can make some videos and dispute them and give some.
Yeah, Daily Mail. It'll come right up.
What a fucking wacko.
I really hate that guy. You know that. I really fucking hate A.
Yeah, me too.
Always have, bro. That's
Every one of them. Every one of them I fucking can't stand.
I really fucking. There's only one that I hate more than that, and we've talked about that, and there's reasons for that. But yeah, this dude, like, just in general, as far as being a lying informant and the antithesis of everything I stand for, I've always seen on YouTube for years and Facebook, which I fucking hate this dude.
Yeah, the ones I hate the most are the ones that come on YouTube or social media and attack the people they put in jail or their families.
Yeah, and team up with other fucking scumbag grifting retards, yeah, and e-beggars and shit like that, and form narratives and play fucking My Blue Heaven together and tickle time while they're playing tummy sticks. They're whispering each other's ear. Remember that time I did that thing, and I'll remember the time you did that thing.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, they're pathetic, right? There's so many of them that are on social media that do that, you know, go after the families, and that's what Ghost Boy is doing right now. He thinks he's slick. It's either that or he's it's one or the other, right? Either he's a paranoid fucking sicko, or he's trying to.
That is 100% true. So, in addition to that, what were you going to say?
Either he's a total fucking paranoid psycho, right, and thinks people are hacking him because a few views are gone and something's deleted, or he's trying to frame JTP as somebody fucking with him. What if he clubs himself in the leg and says, "I"? Well,
I would say that the paranoid psycho part is always true. Man. That's always true. So anything else is on top of that.
Yeah, that's true. But the hatred of JTP's website, right? If let's say John Panisi meets a girl today, the girl looks up John Panisi.
Oh, forget about it.
They're gonna find the We Push Back thing, and they're gonna see all that shit on him, all Dominic's videos, and think that's got under his skin. Here, with this guy, actually, can he really think he's trying to fucking hack him? Nah. I don't know. I doubt it. I think it's all a frame game. He wants him in jail. Every time he refers to him as the Lucchese family and a mob guy.
And he knows and is in a position actually to know that that's total bullshit. He's in the rare, unique position.
Of course he knows that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, even better than anybody else, he knows he was a fucking supposed member of that. So
he's a Fed informant, right?
Right.
And you also don't think you don't think he'll get so emotional like a little bitch and run to his Fed fucking people, maybe make up lies. You better watch this guy. Man, that guy's
yeah, we've both talked about that. I mean, kind of in jest, but also being serious. Like, we could not possibly imagine the kind of phone calls his handlers get at 3 and 4 in the morning.
Yeah. You know, so he
psycho, crazy, paranoid, weird shit, voices.
Yes. Like
from the way talking through the fucking lights.
Dude, he probably hits up the feds. Like, the guys I put in jail, framed. You know, the guys I framed and put in jail, their kids are fucking after me.
Yeah, there's gang members outside my window right now. They've got Taco Bell.
Yeah, he's fucking nuts. So I bet you he's putting some kind of frame game thing together to say he's harassing him or something. He's a sick puppy, man.
Yeah, and it's also to try and just demean him somehow. He's such a moron. He's like, hey, that guy is what he's accusing the dude to try and demean him by saying he's what he actually is.
But here's the funny thing. It's so outlandish. Anybody with a brain is going to see it and be like, wow, this guy's mentally ill or he's lying, right? Because, like, if somebody...
You got to see it in his face. He's literally a tree stump. Like, watching that dude is like trying to watch molasses, like, you know, like, it's just slow as fuck.
It's like sap coming off a fucking oak tree or something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But if you can't see his face, right, and you just hear his voice. Yeah, he's a sick dude, and he's all about the frame. And he probably cries to his handlers, I want him to stop, because he keeps saying it's going to end soon. All this weird shit.
Well, I told you, we got to get, if lying informants hears this, or sometimes I get their work mixed up because I flip through my I scroll through my pages on Facebook or whatever pretty quickly, and I just look at things sometimes while I'm at work. So either lying informants or parasite slayer. A couple weeks ago, put up some shit about Panisi. In one of those things they put up about Panisi, part of it was talking about how Panisi already was like talked down from a situation where he had a hatchet and was like literally fucking going to try and find JTP or somebody like that. So if one of you guys hears this show, Lying Informants or Parasite, if it was you that put that up and you know what I'm talking about, could you please repost like that part?
Yeah, I'd love to. I didn't hear about that. Shit.
Yeah, well, I remember you telling me that I brought it up and you were like, I didn't hear it. So that's why I'm saying to them now, if they hear this show, repost that or put a link in the comments for this show. I'll leave it up for a day or two.
See what these rats get away with? Now imagine if the shoe was on the other foot. Oh my God. Look what these rats can get away with, threatening people with hatchets and shit. And he's a sick fuck. You know, you don't want a guy like that trying to burn your house down at night or something weird. You know? Like,
yeah,
fucking weirdo. I'm sure if he ever tried to do something like that stupid, you know, what's got the right to defend his family. That'd be a stupid.
Of course he does, man.
That'd be a stupid move on the Ghost Boy. But yeah, Ghost Boy's paranoid, man. And a little bit of, I think it's a little bit of both. I think he's a paranoid and he wants to frame him for anything that goes bad in his life. He stubs his toe, he'll blame him, you know?
Yeah, he's worked this whole fucking, who knows what's in his weird, twisted.
I don't know how he understands, like, I don't understand, like hacking and like the whole concept. If somebody took your channel, man, they're gonna take your channel away from you and post kangaroo porn or something stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, if it's somebody that knows you that right, we talked about this. They're gonna like totally put all kinds of crazy shit about how you're a rat, stool pigeon bastard.
Yeah, exactly.
And
right?
change the picture to something foul and lock you out of it. And they're gonna start posting all kinds of crazy shit to people that are in your. Forget about it. And then he said they changed his password, but he was in there talking. And again, I say, would you guess what it was, bro?
Yeah, that's why
you stole it back.
That's why I'm so pissed that video fucked up, but I'll just do it over this week. But yeah, fucking ain't it? Like, yeah, how'd you get back in, dude? You got your password. You think, oh, what an idiot. He's such a fucking crackpot or just a frame game lying.
And again, this man's loyal to his family. You think he's really gonna fucking jeopardize everything he's worked for, getting his dad out, all this stuff he does with the legal,
no shit,
all because he wanted to fucking hack your stupid page.
Yeah. He's gonna jeopardize his business, his family, and all that shit to hack your fucking page, you moron. Give me a fucking break. Like, that's delusional thinking. Like, all he's got is a website. Push him back on your lies. You put his father and three other guys in the can house. So why wouldn't you think that a family member would make a YouTube channel, a website saying you're lying? Like, how can't you blame him, right? Like,
yep,
you got to understand that.
Especially when you're a fucking liar and you know you're a fucking liar.
Yeah. Especially
the audacities and it's fucking amazing. It's amazing. You know you're a fucking liar. The dude didn't even know who the fuck you were, bro.
Well, see, a lot of regular people don't understand that, how much the feds coach these informant rats and liars.
It's a script, right? Like a TV show or a movie.
Yes, you said that last time. Exactly true. It's like a script TV show and a movie.
Yep.
So Panisi will act like he knows these guys. He'll look at the fake nicknames he gave him, all dumb shit like that. And the feds will fill them in on a little bit of real stuff too, right? Like that they heard on.
Well, it's all built on basically real stuff because it's all these characters that they know everything about. They know what they want to get some of these people for, to be fair. Not all of them, but they know what they want to get them for. You know what I mean? They're fucking vindictive. So they put these narratives together. And they connect all the dots, and then they teach these rats what to say so that they can prove the case that they would never, ever, ever be able to prove on their own.
Yeah.
Without the use of fucking rats and lies. They would never, ever, ever be able to make these fucking cases. It's like a popular saying that most of the prisons would be empty if it weren't for fucking plea deals and rats.
Well, yeah, listen, I'm real. What's up, Margaritaville? Let's say if somebody sees you doing something on the road and you get in trouble, like you want to break in a truck like an idiot, right? And some citizen sees you and calls the cops. All right, that's one thing. But two people going out committing crimes together as friends, right? One gets caught and tells. That's a totally different thing.
It's bullshit. You're gonna throw somebody else under the fucking. Well, that's bad enough, right? That's bad enough. But imagine then you did it. You put somebody in jail by lying on them.
Yes, that you don't even know.
Yeah, you know, you guys get caught for some shit. Same scenario. You and your friend do something illegal. You get caught, and you tell the fucking cops, "Hey, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tell you this totally made up fucking foul bullshit story, so you can arrest somebody. But when you do that, cut your boy break."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the feds will use anything and anybody, make it. Look at the Gravano shit, right? With that guy, gas pipe we were talking about. They wouldn't let him tell his stories because it would contradict Gravano's ratting and shit.
Yeah, and put federal agents and judges and New York cops and detectives in the mix. Yep.
Yep. See how they play their games? They're not.
So then they were so dirty. They took all of the. They still needed the testimony. They still made. They had all this stuff that they needed, and so instead of throwing it in the garbage when they refused him his deal, they just went and they had Gravano go tell Casso's story in all those trials.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
So Casso, yeah, literally Gravano fucking just pretended that those stories were his. And literally went and testified against people, telling information that came from Casso. All that shit's well documented. Anybody can look that up. They don't have to take my word for it.
Yeah, fucking sick bastards, man.
Sick, bro. That shit is nuts. That shit should blow even like your average citizen out of their chair and be like, whoa, wait a minute. I speak English. What'd you say?
Yeah, my taxpayer dollars shouldn't be going to.
It's like, I'm sorry, what did you say? So all these people went to jail because this dude sat up there and told somebody else's stories. He didn't really know, though. He was lying. Okay, no. That doesn't make sense. That's not okay because that could happen to you. That could happen to your uncle. It could happen to your friend. They go to fucking court for some shit they didn't do, and the cops are just like, oh, but these two people, they have a totally different story to tell. And you're like, I don't know. I've never seen them before in your life. And the cops go, oh, sure you do. That's your best friend.
Yeah.
That's your best friend right there. He says it is. I say it is. Fuck you. Twisted, bro.
Yeah, like if you get caught by a regular citizen seeing you, hey, that's the way it goes. You steal.
Yeah, bro. Right. You rob a bank. You come running outside, knock into somebody that sees your face, and the cops ask him which way did he go, what did he look like. That fucking citizen's supposed to tell him.
Yes, you can't cry about that, really, right? Like you could really get mad and cry about your friend or some partner.
Of course not. They have no responsibility to you.
Like you shouldn't be doing that anyways, right? A lot of people think when we talk about this shit, like we think this is good and you should do this and stuff. That's not what I mean at all. But I'm saying if people are doing that, and that's what people so-called organized crime is, right? People working together doing shit. You shouldn't be telling on people to get caught. But when you join that life or any life of crime, you should know it comes with jail, and it could be the rest of your life. So. Don't do it. Go through it, and it's either the grave, the jail, or you might get lucky and die at home. But prison's gonna be a big part of your life.
But either way, you're still gonna be doing fucking time. That's right, bro.
Yeah,
either way, it don't matter if you're gonna die there or not. You're still gonna go. It's gonna. It's not if, it's when.
Yeah, I know. I know so many old Italian wise guys who I personally knew who died as old men in their beds. But you know how many years those guys spent in prison?
That's right.
You know how many years they were away from their children.
Yep.
Like fucking mad years. Away from their kids. Shit.
Yeah.
Old guys. But mad years of their life gone. Rudolph did 29 years in the can, like
wow,
3 different bids, like a 10-year bid, another whatever equals 29. But that's a long time,
Well, yeah, it's a long time.
It's a long bid, long bids.
Think about the shit. I mean, think about the shit you did in your life by the time you were 29.
Yeah, I know, ain't it?
Right. I mean, really. Yeah. It's crazy, bro.
What was that guy? I played the video in that France. What did that old guy Sonny? How many years he did? Like 50 years?
Easy. Yeah. Yeah,
That's a
because he
long
he
time to
did a
do.
fucking life on installment basically. You know,
Yeah.
he did insane amounts of time.
I know a lot of people who did a lot of time in prison. A lot of my friends have, not all, obviously, but a lot of my buddies did a lot of stretches, big stretches in prison and stuff. It's not easy. It takes a toll on their families.
Of course it does. Yeah, I've got my friends and they've done crazy. I told you I've got one buddy. I just heard from his sister. Um, they're hoping that he gets let out. He went away when we were fucking young, and then while he was in prison, caught some more shit and ended up with a fucking. I'm baked and it's tired. I'm tired. I'm forgetting now. It was a career criminal. They gave him a fucking career criminal status, and he ended up doing fucking like 20 years longer than his original sentence when we were
Wow.
growing up. Yeah, and
Wow.
he's just now starting to fucking get ready to get out.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, I was fucking 22 or 23 when he went to prison.
Stephen Brown just invited this show for me. I don't know. You can see the show, but yeah, that's a long time. Behind bars, man. And that's what those other guys couldn't do, is that time. But you don't get involved in that lifestyle, man. If you're
That's the thing,
right?
right?
That's coming at some point in your life and career, right? Whatever you want to call it, that's gonna come. No matter what, in case you're totally blessed and lucky, right? Like, but the odds are you're gonna do time.
Yeah, they're low. The odds are low that that's not going to happen. So I say it's pretty much when, not if.
Yes. And so it's just my point is, hey, if you don't willing to do that, then don't fucking join any kind of thing like that, or don't do crimes with people.
Right, pick crimes with lower fucking sentences.
Or even two younger people doing a crime together, right? If you get caught, don't tell on your crime to your buddy. Don't do it anyways. But if God forbid, if you do it, don't snitch someone out.
Yeah, pick out, do your research and find crimes that don't carry as many years, bro.
Yeah, real hard, too claustrophobic to be in jail. Yeah, most people don't go to jail, only a certain population, but everybody makes mistakes. People look at always cops flying around here. Everybody makes mistakes and shit happens in life,
Yep.
What are you gonna do? But as long as people go and they pay for their crimes and get rehabilitated, happens, right? And there's people that don't, right? I guess it all depends on the individual, I know people who did mad years in prison, came out, and are a big, tremendous help to society and shit,
There are people that don't want to go fucking back.
Yeah. It's
certain. I'm not saying that in any kind of fucking way at all. I mean, because that just makes perfect sense. You don't want to fucking go back and do that shit again. Rehabilitated or not, if you're a smart person, you're gonna do all that time and be like, "Fuck that! The juice was not worth the fucking squeeze."
No, listen, being told when to eat, and you're gonna live with a bunch of men, 24/7, no women. You don't see a family. You're told when to sleep and a strange. Fuck that. That sucks.
Yeah, and that's years of your life you're never fucking getting back, bro.
No.
And
definitely.
hard years, man. Most of the time. It's not a comfortable environment. You're gonna be living in fucking fear and paranoia and shit like that. It's just no good,
Now,
bro.
it depends how you do your bit, I guess, or where you're at.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying anything can happen at any time in prison. There's rules. There's rules you have to follow. Shit pops off. That's all. I'm not saying you're living every single day of your life in fear. I'm just saying there's paranoia around you all the time. You got to be on your toes.
Someone I was asking if gangsters that didn't rat are good guys. I don't know. Well, they're good guys not for ratting, but I don't know them personally, so I don't know if they're good.
It's a weird question. There's good guys in the life, I'm sure. Lots of good people that do good things for people. It depends on what they are making their money with. I don't know. There's good people here and there.
I can only speak from my personal experience. The All the wise guys I know are deceased right now, R.I.P. But the ones that I knew, yeah, they were real good guys, good fathers, good uncles.
There's going to be lots of good guys in any
I'm sure
occupation.
there's
There's going to
bad.
be bad guys in any
Yes,
occupation. Just
exactly.
because you
Bad
rob people or rob banks or fucking run scams does not make you a bad person.
Yes, or a great
That's
person,
my
right?
opinion.
There's bad guy, like he just said. Like I say always, there's bad mailmen. There's good mailmen. There was bad mobsters and there was good mobsters, right? Good
Yeah.
gangsters and bad gangsters. Like I said, from personal experience, the gangsters that I grew up around were all good fathers. Their kids adored them, loved them. My uncle was a fucking great man. Damien's dad was a great man. Rocco wasn't my uncle, but I knew Rocco very well. His mom was my godmother.
Yeah.
They were good people. They're all passed away now. There ain't no more mob around here, but they were good people. But then there was bad ones like Bobby DeLuca, but he was a rat bastard. So, so I can't
Either
say.
way, there's gonna be sadistic motherfuckers
Yeah,
that do
there's gonna be
bad shit,
bad.
that do nasty shit, that make their money off nasty shit, and fuck those people.
Yeah, there's always gonna
But
be.
if you're running fucking books and shit like that, maybe you're into gambling, maybe you're fucking whatever, man. Like I said, maybe you run some scams, maybe you rob shit and you're robbing money. I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that if you're not doing degenerate, weird, sadistic, gross fucking shit.
Yeah, hurting women and children.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
nobody should rob at all, but if they do, like, stay away from women, children, or whatever. Go rob a big corporation, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But
For example, don't be fucking selling pornography or I'm going to call you a degenerate.
yeah, I don't like that shit.
I mean, now they don't do that now, but you understand what I'm saying in the classic sense. Like those were that's a gross scam, right?
Yeah,
I think if you're a fucking pimp, you're a scumbag motherfucker. You don't make money off of women. That's something that just isn't okay with me. I think you're a degenerate fuck.
yeah, it's a predator move, you know.
You know, so again, there's good guys and there's bad guys in every life. I have absolutely no fucking problem with
And every
people that
job.
make their money their way. And I got no problem with people that steal every motherfucking thing that ain't nailed down. That's none of my business. I don't knock people's hustles unless it's degenerate or sadistically violent. If you get off on fucking hurting people, I got a problem with you.
Yeah,
That's not okay. I've said before, that's what cages are for. That's what jails are, fucking cages, and those are for animals.
What's up, Rottweilers, King Corsos?
You know, if you're a sadistic fuck that likes hurt people, you know, that shit literally gets you off, then we need to talk to you, and it's going to be behind bars.
Most of the people who were like would talk shit about like people like us, the anti-rat people, the we push back people, they would always try to, their argument would be like we were saying that like criminality and organized crime's great and all this shit, and fucking if anybody calls the cops, they're scumbag rats. Like if some old lady seen you robbing a car, like they always try to throw that in and misconstrue and fuck up the shit, but it's not.
Well, it's important too to remember that not always. Sometimes we do just talk about straight up rats because they're scumbags, but for the most part, the people that we've been talking about or have gone after have been lying rats. I just want to emphasize that most of them are not just rats. They're people that have ratted but told lies as the fucking ratting.
Lying rats that
or telling the stories of other people, you know.
Lying rats that are actively attacking the family members they put in jail. I mean, the family members that the people they put in
or
jail.
Trying to make a grift out of their ratting. Yeah, when you should just fuck off to Utah or Idaho or Arizona or wherever butt fuck place they stuck you and just stay there and shut the fuck up.
Look at the dumb question right there. Stealing is good, huh? He didn't say stealing was good. He just said
I have no problem with stealing. Like, for example, stealing food if you're broke is good. I have no problem with that. Stealing money from a mook is fine with me. I have no problem with that. Those are crimes that could be tolerated. Yeah, and if you're the kind of person that's like uppity and wears like old man fucking white underwear, you know, you're a square and you disagree with me, I really don't give a fuck.
The guy in the chat, if your kid was starving, right, you wouldn't steal a loaf of bread and like some ham or something for your kid, you know?
Like, yeah, I like the expression, I stole it fair and square. I like that expression. Yeah, I have no problem with that at all. Like I said, I have no problem with people that steal everything that's not nailed down. If they get caught, they have to pay the consequence. That's on them. Just don't make up stories about somebody else to get out of trouble.
Yeah. Well, me as a Catholic, no, I don't believe in stealing, but I'm not going to hate on somebody who's feeding their family or nothing like that. I'm just not going to do it personally, right? But I'm not going to fucking
I would
go
much rather work
cop.
and get something with what I've worked, but
Yeah, but there's people out there.
but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I wouldn't, and like I have a high moral compass about
Listen,
stealing.
it's
That
hard.
would make me a liar, and I don't. I'm just not. I would tell you the truth. I have no problem with it. I would steal. I don't give a
Well, me
fuck.
neither. Listen, from a big corporation, listen, some big corporation, something like that, hell yeah, but not a mom and pop shop, right?
No, of course not, bro.
Uh,
I'm not gonna walk into some small again juice versus the squeeze, bro. You know what I mean? Again, let's say you see some of this every once in a while, like one of these money trucks bursts open on the highway. Motherfucker, you better believe I'm getting paid today.
oh
I'm
yeah,
picking up every motherfucking dollar I can, bro.
yeah. If I seen a fucking a Brinks truck flip over and there was
Yeah,
money
and it's
everywhere,
pirate life. I'm taking everything I
sure,
can and I'm giving nothing back.
of course,
Period.
I think anybody would, right? Like, oh yeah, I would go take that money if it fell out of a truck, then I would. But I'm not going to go rob a truck, nothing like
Oh
that.
yeah, right. No, I'm not gonna grab
No, and I
fucking
know that.
pistolas,
Yeah, no pistola and fucking running the truck like a mad.
Unless I was really fucked and needed that money for something, like hey, your nephew got kidnapped. The feds can't help him. We need money. Well, guess what? Someone's getting robbed today. I'm not a punk. I'm not some super fucking crazy tough guy, but I'm also the kind of guy that will go do what needs to be done. It's in me. It's in my blood. What can I tell you?
Yeah,
And I wouldn't fucking feel bad about it for a second.
oh no.
Yeah, it just wouldn't bother me.
Fuck Walmart. I don't like
But
Walmart.
again, when I get caught, I'm not going to tell on them, but I certainly wouldn't go along with a narrative. The cops going to be like, hey, all right, look, you don't know this guy, Andy, but if you say you do and he sold you pink cocaine, we'll let you go home. I'll be like, fuck you and Andy. Put me back in my cell.
Ain't it?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I got good reasons for what I do. And when I go in front of the judge, I'm going to tell him my nephew got fucking kidnapped. Nobody could help me. I robbed this motherfucker. I got the money. He's free now. You can put me in prison. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I would do that. I would do anything to help my godsons.
That's what I'm saying. Is like that's when the pistols would come out, though. Is what I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Like I'm not that kind of guy, but that I would, though. I'm being honest with you and everybody in the chat. It's like, but I would, under certain circumstances, I would grab the fucking pistols and get the money.
Well, there's
a
lot of people out there, fathers and stuff, that would.
Yeah. And I wouldn't feel bad about it for a second. I'd tell the judge, "This is what's up. This is what happened. I'm ready to take my fucking medicine."
There was one guy. He was like a bank robber in the South, right? I think it was in the 80s. He had like 3 kids or something, and he was robbing banks to actually, pay his mortgage, right, and feed his kids. He evidently got caught. Shit, I seen it one time on a documentary and never seen it again. I tried to look for it. It was very interesting. Like the dude was like robbing. He was robbing. Wasn't banks. It was some sort of government. Like I don't know if it was mailbox shit, mail something, but they had money wherever it was. I don't know what it was specifically, but some government place that had money, right?
Yeah, sure.
Not crazy amounts, but not little amounts neither, right? And he would go and take it, and he fed his kids and took care of his home. He didn't buy like Corvettes and nothing like that, but he eventually got caught.
Yeah. It's going to happen. It's a numbers game. You keep at it.
Yeah. Those guys. Yeah, it's all a numbers game. If somebody tries to steal from a store 4 times, you're going to get caught. Possibly once, or the 5th time you might get caught. Right.
Right.
But
you're
going to get caught eventually.
Yeah. When, not if.
Most things are numbers games, and
get out while you're ahead, man.
Yeah. What's up, Yanks? Go Yankees! I found my cousin found his Greg Nettles card the other day. You made me think of that.
Who is it?
Greg Nettles, Yankees third baseman, the late 70s. And I believe he retired in the early 80s, I believe. I'm not sure. A little before my time, a tad bit before my time.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I started like really watching baseball and paying attention in like 86 at like 6 or 7 years old. Like my first World Series was 86.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're really going into fucking 1990 on the timeline this week. I'm actually.
Oh yeah, we did 80. That's right. We did 89 last time. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I like
Yeah.
the timeline.
I do too, man. I've enjoyed the 80s that we've done so far, but I'm looking forward to breaking into the 90s. I got to tell you the truth. I was actually thinking about that. It crossed my mind. I was like, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to 90s because the 90s were our teenage years, right?
Yep, that's right.
Those are our teenage years.
Yep.
Because I turned 10 years old and no, I was 10 in 89, but
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say we both turned 10 in 89.
Yeah, but our teenage years were the 90s. My 20s were the 2000s were my 20s.
Yep. Children of the 80s grew up in the 90s, that's for sure, bro.
Yeah. Born in 70, born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
And 90s.
Yeah, tail end. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had the last real generation without like cell phones and all this shit. I think the one under us, our generation, generation.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, dude, we didn't get cell phones until we were way fucking grown. We had pagers when we were grown teenagers. You know what I mean? Like, but even then, they were the archaic shits, bro, and we were still already like 15, 16 by the time we got them. You know?
Remember the glowing pages? I remember that, man.
Yeah, and all the different colors and stuff. Yeah, the cases and shit. Yeah.
My girlfriend had like the see-through pink one with all fucking hearts on.
Oh yeah, bro. Of course, man.
The shit. And I remember the 411. What are you doing? What's up? 911. Call me now. 143s. The hellos. What was hello? 4.
Well, yeah, 143 was the I love you. Yeah, and the 411 was like, where the fuck are you? Sometimes it had different meanings. Yeah, what are you doing? Where are you? It could mean anything. It depended. Yeah.
Well, yeah, usually meant what are you doing? What's going on?
Yeah, for sure.
And I used to hate when fucking they'd page you with 911. I'd be like, wow, what's the emergency?
Yeah, people would do that shit all the time too, just to try and get you to pay attention. Yep.
Yes. People, to get you to pay attention. What's up, QB?
Like, motherfucker, I just pulled over and went to a payphone, asshole.
Yeah, see,
I thought there was an emergency, like you were getting jumped or somebody got fucked with.
See, we had two payphones, two payphones in our neighborhood, right? At two corners that always had a number.
Oh, what happened? I lost audio on MRE. And it just lost you. Oh, there you go. Oh, hang on. He'll be back. That was crazy. That was weird. It just fucking straight up cut off. Let me put the link back in the chat again. This fucking thing's a pain in the ass. All right. Yeah, he'll be back in a minute. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. That was weird, man. That was a fucking glitch. It just locked up, and then he came back through for a second, and then was gone. There we go.
I was still here.
I
was still in the back room. You must have hit a button. because I
I
was
was I wasn't pressing anything. I just saw you disappear
really,
from the screen, and I was like, "Oh, I guess he's gone." And then I went and put the
no, I
link back
wasn't even
in.
near the computer. I was across the room. I was getting
Oh, I don't know what happened in there. That's
that's
weird.
weird because I wasn't even near the computer, so I was still
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
no, that's why I think it was some kind of weird glitch or something because I wasn't even touching my computer
It's
either.
the
I was looking just
hackers. It's the
yeah, that's what it is.
hackers. The hackers, Ghost Boy. Oh no.
Yeah.
Ghost Boy is conjuring spirits right now to hack us.
People used to say that a lot. Actually, remember, like a couple years ago, people used to say it's the ghost of Panisi or some shit like
Yeah,
that when they were
yeah,
haunting, and then when something would fuck up. Yeah.
yeah. The ghost of Johnny Boy. It's like the way you see those demons, Johnny Boy. It's like the way you talk to those ghosts. Crazy bastard.
And the house was shaking, and I
Yeah,
was
imagine telling
sweating,
that to your and that's pretty sick. Imagine telling that to your mother,
and
calling
I
your
heard a voice scream, "Carolyn,
Caroline, come to the dark side.
come to the light, Carolyn." It's fucking weird, bro. When you think about like you really think you were
So
talking to the
manipulative.
spirits of your dead grandparents? You were just I mean, and it's really weird too to think about because he says he was sitting in their house, right, staring at a picture of them, or sitting in somebody's house staring at a picture of them.
His house, yeah.
There you go. So he's just
Very
he's
manipulative.
off his meds. He's staring into the eyes of the people in the picture, and then
Think about this. It's very
delusion.
manipulative. It's a manipulative lie to win over his mother and his family to his rat cause.
Sure, an attempt at it. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. That makes sense to try and get them in on it. Yeah.
Well, not getting about like, Mom, something so spiritual happened. This is so important that Grandma and Grandpa told me to do it.
Yeah, so I mean, like to support him and shit, or cut him some slack. Sure.
Yeah. The ghost of pussy pastime. That's funny, John. Mickey Griggs said I walked out of range. No, my thing was in the same spot.
Your triple agent receiver malfunctioned.
Yeah. My double agent, Mr. Smith, fixed my shit up, and
Moscow is down. Moscow is down.
the Berlin retreat. But he had to feel crazy saying that, you know, like shit. Well, he just, I'm gonna sell this.
If he really believed that, as I said, like it was either a total made up weird fugazi fucking lie, like you're saying, for bullshit, which I would support, or this dude was off his meds, staring into a picture and had like a full blown crazy delusion where he was probably like, if he was sitting there for an hour staring at this picture in a weird trance, that means he probably wet himself and he was sweating and shit, imagining the room was shaking and everything around him was all spinning.
That'd be a good debate. That's a good debate. Is it, was that his paranoid wackiness and his schizophrenic, or just him lying? I'm going to go with the lying.
Yeah, he's got if anybody walked in there, he'd have he'd have goosebumps all over his body. He'd be swaying in circles like he was possessed and just, a big puddle of piss and sweat. Yeah, grandma told me no.
That's sad to do his own mother, too. Why would you tell your mom that, man? Use your grandparents as a weapon.
Yeah.
Just say I'm scared and I want to go to jail. I want to go to the feds.
Yeah.
The mafia ran brothels. Yeah, I know that, Steve. I don't agree with that, but yeah, I know. I ran porn things too, I'm sure, and all kinds of fucking weird degenerate.
That's a big 10-4, 5-5-6. Red team go.
Red team go. And not a good Luciano, founder of the American Mafia. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I disagree with that totally. I'm not so.
Well, he was. That was a lie that they put on him. Number one,
really?
and number two. Yeah, for real, of course. They blamed all kinds of prostitution on him and shit because it was one of the things that the public wouldn't handle. They wanted him bad. They wanted him no matter what. they were able to nail his fucking ass with all that degenerate public type of opinion. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I've read deeply into that shit.
See, a lot of people
all those girls were basically fucking brought in and hired and given money to testify against him. It was all fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I can picture the feds doing.
But either way,
but even if
this person has been annoying me anyway. Yeah, they're working on getting fucking thrown out of Rat Trap City. I wasn't even going to answer their stupid public question earlier.
I like answering the ones like that sometimes, though.
I know you do, but that's why you and I have different rules. I always say my chat is not a democracy. This is hell.
Oh, I know. When I'm over here, yeah, you guys, like I said, we can't ban like that over here. He'll toss your ass quick. But
no, but when you talk, I let you though. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying. I'm not that fucking crazy hardcore. If you're talking to somebody, I'll let you fucking have your conversation.
Well, my point is, a lot of like they see we don't like these informants and stuff, right? Obviously, well, I can speak for myself. Like, I grew up around those kind of people. I don't like them, obviously, but I don't agree with I'm not a gangster myself, man. I don't agree with brothels or.
No, I don't. I think that's
all murder. I wish there wasn't a mob, right? I wish there was no crime, right? I wish everybody just got along. But it is what What are you gonna do? We're not advocating for none of that stuff,
I want to be a pirate.
I want to be a pirate. I want to be a Roman legionnaire.
I will kill them all and take everything and go back to my ship.
I want to fight with Caesar in Gaul.
I'm going to be a pirate. Yeah.
But
I need a time machine and a hat, and I'm good to go.
Questions like that I've got since the beginning of my channel, dude. Like those kind of questions, like this did this, or do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, at this point they're just to me they're just annoying. I always say like it's the disrupt. I don't care if you're funny. You come in and you start saying some funny shit that's dumb. That's cool, but when you're being like disruptive, it's or something I consider disruptive because it bothers me. Yeah, this is just not the place for that.
I've had people leave comments like, "Your uncle's going to hell. He was a fucking gangster, blah, blah, blah. He was a criminal." Like, dude, he was one of the, besides my father, one of the greatest men I've ever known.
Oh, yeah, I had somebody coming in here telling me all my family deserved to be in prison because they were losers and shit. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Okay, bro.
No trip. Company fix.
Actually, it was a chat that we were having. It was the we were just talking about how we've always had friends or we've visited family at very, very young ages. We had that conversation one time. That was the same chat. Somebody came in here and was like, that's because they're all losers and they deserve to be in prison. It's like, wow, you're an especially special kind of fucking piece of human garbage. I hope you feel wonderful today. I hope you choke on your breakfast.
Yeah, it's like you don't even know them, man. Just because
you're a loser. That's a fucking pathetic shit to say. So you just have a great day, choke on a bagel, stumble outside, get hit by a bus. Good luck.
Yes, people do get reformed too, Like, yeah. It doesn't matter if or not. They're your family. What are you going to do? The fuck, I'm proud of my family members.
Always, I love all my family.
Always.
Yeah. They wouldn't have got caught if it weren't for them damn kids.
Yeah. Ain't it? Scooby-Dooby-Doo, how are you? Well, yeah, that's an old. He was a Great Dane,
Oh, for sure, Scooby-Doo. Yeah. Scooby was definitely a Great Dane.
What was his cousin, Dopey-Doo?
Oh, I don't remember his bro. I remember he had Scrappy-Doo. I remember Scrappy-Doo.
Yeah, that was the little cousin.
Yeah, the little one. I don't remember the other one, the brother. Well, wait, maybe he did have like a fucking country-ass version of himself, right? Maybe that's it.
No, it was a gray one. Yeah, there was another brown one too. Yeah, he always, once in a while, you would see some of Scooby-Doo's cousins, like a gray Great Dane, right? And then there was a brown Great Dane. And then Scrappy, of course, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, that's the one that comes to mind right off.
I think it was Dopey-Doo, and he had like a hat and shit with his tongue sticking out.
Nice.
Like he was taking a seizure or he was a corky. Something like that. He was all seizured out on the ground.
Shared a bus stop with Emmy.
He stayed at a bus stop with Gems. Emmy's bus stop is where it's at. Emmy's bus stop. Bus stop,
Everybody's talking about how much snow they're getting. Are you getting snow?
No, of course not.
No.
No, we got like 4 seconds of it. No accumulation. Gotcha. Not over here. The ground's not hot enough, you know what I mean? It only gets cold for a few days. Like it's just not we don't get snow over here really. We might get blessed and get one snowfall and it accumulate this year if we're lucky. It's been so hot in November. So it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Now, if this was years ago, we might have already had snow by now. Most likely we would have. You know?
Right. Yeah, you've mentioned that before.
Yeah, we've had snow in Thanksgiving before. Even October, years ago. You know, it used to snow a lot over here. And we're all hills and valleys, so we get the drifts and all that shit. So like we had the 78 blizzard, man. That was crazy. It like crippled the whole fucking region, the 78 blizzard.
Yeah. So you say every 10 years you might get like a really thick, hardcore snow that like sticks around?
No, it's last 10 years, I would say maybe once or twice. Last 10 years, it might have snowed 4 times, right?
Wow. Okay.
Like something crazy like that, dude. Like real bad. Where in the old days, every year you're getting 2 or 3. We had snow. Like when I was a kid, you know how many days we had to make up at the end of the school year because of snow days?
Right.
It was at least 6 or 7 snow days we had to make up.
Wow.
Like, nowadays there's no such thing as a snow day. Like a kid's like having to make up a snow day because they lost time because of snow. Not happening around here. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's wild, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And
it's all the crazy weather control and the weird time portals they've been opening up in the atmosphere over Norway and Russia and Alaska.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's probably like that. Probably you just said.
Have you seen any of those videos of the fucking light spiral portals in Norway and Russia?
No.
You haven't? I'll play them on Friday. It'll trip your fucking mind out, bro. It looks like they have these weird light rays, dude, and they open these giant. It starts spiraling in the sky, like all this shit starts spiraling, and then all of a sudden, this big black dark hole opens in the middle. It's fucking, dude. It's insane. First, it only happened like over Norway and Russia. This was like 10 years ago. It started, and then they started popping up over Alaska. There was one seen over Hawaii, but the ones over Russia and Norway are fucking insane, bro.
Wow.
They're literally like these portals that it's like these huge light spirals that just appear, and you can see the beam of light that goes back down to the earth wherever they're shooting it from. And and it's huge. It's absolutely fucking huge. And in my favorite video, I'll have to find it. When like the big black circle opens up and the portal opens up and you can actually like see through it, it almost looks like there's like another, it's weird to say it, bro, but it looks like there's like an outer space behind it. Like there's a whole nother like dimension or something back there. It's weird, bro. I'll show it to you on Friday. I'll find it.
Really?
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, I've heard of I don't know about too much about that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what they call it? It's just called right now. They're calling these spiral portals or light portals when you look them up on YouTube, but I call them like, who knows what they're really for, dimensional or time, or who knows what they're trying for,
Yeah.
Who knows, bro? All those weird CERN fuckers and all these people always trying to fuck with space and time. Who knows what they're up to?
Yeah, fucking around with that's one thing they should have messed up.
Maybe it's a wormhole that fucking opens up, another part in space. Maybe it's not a dimension or time. Maybe they figured out a wormhole, or some Star Trek-y shit.
Yeah, that's what scares me, shit like that. You're not God. Stop fucking with that. I don't know why they fuck with nature. They shouldn't.
Yeah. But yeah, you look up Light Spiral Norway, and like the original videos are literally like 10 and 11 years old, bro. They're not AI. This is shit I was
When did it
watching.
come out? When did it come around?
That's what I was saying. Like the first ones appeared over Norway and Russia. That was like 10, 11 years ago. So when you look on YouTube, look for like the oldest videos you can find when you look up Light Spirals Norway or Light Spirals Russia.
Yeah.
And I've watched a couple of the videos where the people try and debunk them, and they say like, "Oh, it was a Russian rocket that went out of control and spun in circles." It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Go stand in the corner. You're a fucking moron. What I just saw was nothing at all like that. What I just saw was like a fucking crazy portal open to another dimension. You guys are insane.
Wow.
Nothing explodes. There's no crazy fucking like it's bro. I'll show it. I'll show you on Friday on the Skull Bro show. I'll pull him up for sure because you got to see it.
Hear about the North Korean troops?
Yeah, I've been reading about that stuff actually.
Yeah, a lot of them they can't use the weapons and shit. They were ill trained, they're saying.
Yeah, they were getting slaughtered out there.
Yeah, that's what they said. Well, they needed manpower. Putin can't keep drafting people, right?
Yeah, they've up, and then they upped the number of, or they upped the pay is the best way to put it for the people that they would sign up, but the ruble fucking almost collapsed.
Did you see the little Asian dude watching porn?
Dude, I was telling you that the reports came out, the North Koreans, and I said, bless their fucking souls, those poor bastards.
He was smiling, hiding under a blanket.
They got to fucking Russia and they started binging on pornography immediately. Started binging on it, they said, for fucking just like binging. And I was like, those poor sons of bitches, they ain't never seen. They've been in North Korea, bro. They haven't seen anything crazy like that before in their life.
No, they were all going full degenerate. They'd never seen a naked woman, probably.
Right. They were watching some crazy shit, I'm sure. Yeah, we were joking about it. Remember, I was like, they're probably watching 500-pound women crush cake with their feet and stuff.
You know who's most nervous? The families of the troops. Here's why. If they defect, right, you know they got the generation punishment law. So anyone who defects, and they've have right now, I think like 30 of them did, all their families are being put in jails, in gulags. Literally. Can you hear me, or did it glitch out?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I muted it for a second. I'm going to mute it again for just another second. But yeah, I'm listening to you.
What's up, History Channel? Bruno. You used to watch my dog channel? Nice. What kind of dog you got? I see the Julius Caesar. Caesar! Make it our seasons. Yeah, porn's disgusting. It's degenerate. If it was up to me, I'd shut all those porn places down. Every one of them. Take the people's fucking porn businesses and destroy them. Because they really fuck people's heads up. I've seen a lot of people. I seen a documentary one time. It was about a year ago. These young kids that were all like addicted to porn. Pretty sick.
Yeah, remember the other thing that reminded me of too is
some guy lost his wife. They were like young couples in their 20s, right?
Yeah.
And like this, he kept wanting his wife to do like really sick things because he would watch.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And they broke up because of it.
Can I just be all right? So I have to tell you, as an Italian man that's been raised that way by traditional fucking dudes, I have to tell you one thing. So even if you were into that gross shit and you needed to do it in real life, you can't do that with your wife, bro.
No.
You better take your degenerate ass and pay somebody. And then when you're done with that, burn your clothes, buy new ones, and then go home. You can't bring that in your house, bro.
Yeah, this dude was like in front of a psychiatrist. Like, I couldn't stop. I was asking my wife to do more bad things and more bad things. Then I would flip to the wife, and she'd be like, I couldn't deal with him no more. It was disgusting. I have values.
Yeah, I woke up and he was pissing on me.
I
Yeah,
forget
bro.
what it was.
Like you can't. There's this thing you can't even ask your wife to do some of that
That's
nasty shit.
disgusting. These people are sick. I don't know what kink stuff it was. I think it was her beating him with whips or something.
Oh, there you go. That's healthy.
But that is psychologically damning. Like that
Yeah.
shit to me, like I'm a prude with that shit, man. I don't like that shit. That's why when you said I seen
Those
that,
Chinese guys, remember when they had the big ninja fight? That's always one of my favorite things that happened in history. I got to really, for real, actually read the words in the news that there was a ninja fight in the Himalayas between China and the fucking Indian mob. That was
really,
amazing. But China, when those guys went there, they said that they were all fucking mama's boys and addicted to pornography and video games. They just sat in their fucking tents all day watching porn and playing video games. And they called them mama's boys because China was only allowed to have one kid forever. And all these little fucking dudes were just little spoiled pussies.
oh yeah, that's right. They had that one kid law
Yeah,
from.
so all these dudes were only children. They were all spoiled little pussies that just wanted to sit in their heated tents and play video games and fucking masturbate. And half of them had problems with carpal tunnel.
No way!
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Too funny. This is all stuff people can look up on their own.
Fucking degenerates, man.
Yeah, bro. But the North Korean shit's free. Here's what's concerning me though with that. So at first I was just concerned because North Korea sent all those people over and that pissed off fucking China. China was like, "Yo, Russia, what the fuck? Why would you ask them that?" And hey, North Korea, what the fuck are you doing actually doing that? You're all fucking ubots. You're fucking shit up. You're being retarded. Now the France and UK or France and the UK are talking about mobilizing troops to send into Ukraine to help them if fucking Putin starts or keeps up with this fucking more and more people to the meat grinder and sending ICBMs and shit in there. And I'm like, bro, please don't let this be true.
Yeah, we don't need another fucking world war. That's what's coming. You know, it's basically already here. We don't need no wars. I don't like these wars. I'm all for stopping the wars. I don't want to see no fucking no wars.
Yeah, Dustin, that's funny. You can check that shit out, man. You look that up. It was like I don't know how long. It was a while ago that shit happened. The Chinese had to go into the Himalayas and fight with these fucking monks and some of the army from India and Nepal, and they're not allowed to have weapons in these zones. They're not allowed to have guns and shit. So they all had to have for real hand-to-hand ninja fights, bro. It was one of the coolest things I've ever read in real life.
That must have been sick, man.
Dude, I want to see it so bad. I said it when I fucking read it, and I'll say it again now.
Fever? You know what battle fever is, right?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, battle fever takes place in like when you're in a battle, right? I don't know this from personal things. I'm just saying from what I read of battle fever.
Yeah.
It's when like you're in the heats of a battle and something takes over on somebody and like they just like their adrenaline kicks in, right? And their strength kicks in and like they're just going like machines. It's called like battle fever. Like they're just like
Wow.
going like in their own like screaming and going nuts or whatever. It's
Yeah,
pretty.
psycho fucking adrenaline dumps and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Mad adrenaline rushes. These dudes again. You're gonna think they're hacking people up with saw. You know that's gonna be crazy to
Yeah,
even.
well, and they also when I say they, I mean scientists. They say that
Being on a big
blood on when humans get other like people's blood on them that it does something to them psychologically, and some people can literally just like totally lose their shit from having other people's blood on them.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they used to. A good example of that is back in the day when they did that. What was that show that Joe Rogan was on with all the challenges and stuff? Fuck, what was that called?
Joe Rogan?
Yeah, Joe Rogan, he was the host of it for a long time. I'm trying to fucking think. I can't think it's fuck, I'm gonna have to look it up. Hang on. Either way, they had all kinds of challenges and stuff they would have to do on that show, and some of them would require people to like get in tanks of things or like bob for things, or
Fuck that shit.
they'd get all kinds of fucking like animal blood most of the time all over them, and some of those people would like totally fucking go bots and like freak out and lose it.
Really?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, but that's true though. They say that just human blood getting on people can make them go nuts.
Oh, Fear Factor history says.
Fear Factor. There you go. That was the name of it. Yep.
Fear Factor. Yeah, that was that weird show where you had to like put your head in like a tank of snakes and fucking worms.
Yeah, all kinds of crazy weird shit like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like no, thank you. I'm fucking so worried. I'm waiting for my dog's fucking winter coat to come in, and I ordered a 4X, and I hope it's not too big, but I don't want to go with a 3X and it be tight on them, right? Like maybe a little baggy. I can just put even if I just put my harness around him, you know. It's a nice one though.
Yeah.
It goes down. I gotta put his legs in it and shit. All 4 legs. It covers right down to his ankles almost, man.
That's like, cool.
Yeah, it covers like right down to his ankles. It's waterproof because he's got short fur, so he needs a coat in the winter, right?
Yeah, definitely makes sense. Yeah,
especially when I take him for long walks. Like me and him always go for walks. So I got him a big one, and if I need to, I'll just put his harness or his tactical vest on him. That will keep it, even if it is big, right?
Right.
Pretty cool. It's all orange. It's all nice. Reflector orange.
Yeah, that's good.
It's real warm. It goes right up to the neck, covers everywhere.
Awesome.
All over. And there's got to be a place for him, obviously, though, for his Peugeot to come out and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I got you.
But my luck is I bought it. It was like $38, but he's worth all of it.
Oh, bro. That's cool. Bad. That's fair.
No, that's fair. As long as it's good, and it usually will.
Yeah, that's fair.
But my luck, it won't fucking be cold. When I pull up.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get plenty of days it'll be cold enough, man. You still got time for that in the season.
No, well, and like I said, he's a Doberman, so he needs a coat.
Yeah, that makes sense, man.
Yeah, I've seen Dobermans up in Detroit on a TV on a news station one time. They were cop dogs, and they were freezing their asses off.
That's not good. That's fucking cold, buddy. Detroit's fucking cold as shit in the wintertime. That's not a joke cold.
Yeah, this was a long time ago. I seen it on the news. I'm like, wow, look at those Dobies. They're cold.
Yeah, that is not a fucking joke. I've been in Detroit in the winter. That shit is not a fucking joke.
I never have.
Yeah, it's not a joke.
No, I know. They get real snow up there. Chicago, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Indiana. Fucking forget about it, man. That's one of the most fucked up places I've ever been at in a winter. I've driven through the fucking Rockies while it's snowing and there's like wind and stuff, and it still wasn't as bad as like the wind and the insane blizzards that I went through when I was in Indiana. That shit was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking nuts.
I never witnessed winters like that. I had good winters when we were kids and we had good snow, but not anymore.
Yeah. The coldest I've been in was -17.
I don't know the coldest.
That shit fucking sucked ass.
I don't know the coldest I've ever been in. I don't know the temperature, the degrees. But
yeah, I'll never forget that. I knew exactly how cold it was outside. I was pissed off.
We had some cold, real cold winters though when I was a kid. I remember even years ago, but yeah, I remember me and my friends walking to school in the morning with the cold wind smashing us. I used to go to school and my hair was always slicked back. I always put water in my hair, right? Slick it back in the morning. I go outside, my hair would be frozen, slicked back, frozen. Like,
Bro,
gross.
it's funny you say that. My fucking mom
What's up, Carol?
would not let us walk out of the fucking house with wet hair, bro. She was absolutely convinced, especially if there was like wind or if it was cold, we were gonna die. We were gonna get fucking pneumonia or the flu or double pneumonia. We were gonna get sick. We were gonna catch a fucking chill. She was crazy with all kinds. Dude,
Oh,
she
yeah.
was crazy with all that stuff,
Listen to
man.
this. I just seen this, right? Manhattan underway. Manhunt underway for a gunman who killed United Healthcare CEO. Eyewitness News, ABC 7, New
I
York.
saw that that guy, he got killed like outside of his hotel or a hotel room or something.
Oh, it looked like somebody in all black, like some sort of crazy activist, gunned him down.
Oh, wow. Mickey says -20, Bismarck, North Dakota.
Wow.
I was in the -17 that I was in was coming out of Michigan, going through Indiana and into Illinois. That shit was fucking unbelievable. The wind was so crazy, bro, that we had to like steer. The person that was driving said they had to steer the fucking vehicle into the wind like they were sailing a boat. And
wow.
When we got out, and I've said this before too, when we got out and we were standing in this parking lot before we went into a building because we're all stubborn and we're fucking smoking cigarettes, right? The fucking snow coming down at an angle with the wind was not nearly as bad as the snow that was on the ground already that was getting blown back up into the air. That was what drove us fucking inside, bro. That snow that was on the ground and getting blown up by the wind, that stuff would go straight up your nose, right into your fucking eyes, underneath your sunglasses. They would go up underneath our hats and into our hoods. We were like, holy shit.
Yeah, that sounds like, yeah, snow. Yeah, there was actually it was a American Revolutionary War veteran who I read the diaries at Valley Forge, right? Of that cold winter in Valley Forge, and they say it snowed upright, like you just said, like snowed in their face. Snow was going up.
Bro, we were literally, because like it's so funny. Mickey said, stepped out to smoke. No way. Shit was cold. Bro, when we got out and we went into that building, we had been so cold. We were all shivering so fucking hardcore from all that ice being like just sprayed on us by the wind and stuff, that when it was time to leave, we were literally like apprehensive. Like we were almost like scared little bitches just to walk outside and get back to the vehicle. We were like, oh my God, we have to do this again. Fuck. Yeah, that shit was terrible. -17. I'll never forget that, bro. That was fucking horrible. I was literally like, why would people live here? I was that pissed off, you know, where you're having that conversation. Like, why are there people here? This is not for humans. Like, you know, fucking move. Don't make people come here. It's too cold. This is bullshit.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I hear History Channel says George Washington's men had no shoes. I hear you, and they rode in the boat and all that, and it was freezing. And I freeze with them when I see pictures like that. I'm cold for them. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, a lot of them were barefoot crossing the Delaware. Yeah, they used a lot of bandages and cloth to wrap around their feet, or they would have had no feet. Yeah, the Delaware. They crossed the Delaware. They couldn't have done it without those Massachusetts fishermen who manned the boats. Yeah, the crossing of the Delaware.
There's
a strategic victory. We crossed the Delaware at night. We were supposed to get there at 5 in the morning, but we came there when daybreak, Christmas morning, and we raided the Hessians, who were German mercenaries. And that was a huge morale, and we needed that. Washington needed that right there. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I have no problem or qualms saying that. Yeah, no, I would not have done that.
You could have.
Nope.
You would have if you lived back then.
Yeah, maybe.
You would have had to with your family, you know, with your family and stuff. You had to fight for your family. You'd freeze.
So maybe me back then that lived back then, sure. Me, yes, History Channel's right. People today, right? Yeah, me now today. I wouldn't cry. I just wouldn't be there. I'd be like, nope.
I would die. I wouldn't be able to do it.
I'd be like, nope.
Yeah. We'd
Or
be
I'll be cool. I'll be cool. I'll be over here. I'll be watching over here by this fire, you guys. I'm gonna keep
yeah,
it locked down.
that's right. They were celebrating on Christmas, and we surprised them in the morning.
Yeah. That's a great story, man. And you're right. It was all
And our Germans, see, our American Germans were terrified of the
very
Hessians.
catch them by surprise, very skillful.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Hessians were professional soldiers hired by King George.
Right.
Right? These guys were like, this was their job. They were the best of the best out there. So for us to run upon them and defeat them like that was a big thing for a big morale boost for us. Big time. We had to catch them in the morning. Like, see, Washington wanted to get there before daybreak, but the crossing was too long.
Yeah.
But luckily, we got them in. They didn't have to. They were partying all night. They didn't think the Americans would be coming through the fucking forest the next morning. You know, they were all disheveled. You know, they still fought and put up a little resistance, but they had no shot. The commander died. Actually, their commander died and gave Washington his sword.
Yeah, there was a funny comedian that was
Hamilton was with them.
talking about that.
Oh yeah, Alexander Hamilton was there also. You know. Yep, Germans.
-40 with no coats, man. How many of them died from the cold or got like wicked fucked up frostbite and lost things? I bet lots of them.
Hey, so many, dude.
Fucking hypothermia and shit. That's insane.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands of people froze to death.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah, like it did it to Napoleon. Botched Moscow.
I'd rather die in cold or heat. Remember, we had that conversation. I was like, "I'll die in the heat. I'll die in the heat," and you said you'll take the cold. I know. I think it's funny that.
Well, the cold. Here's why: because the cold, you're gonna just fall asleep in the snow, right, and pass out and go. The heat, you're gonna bake and suffer for hours and hours. With the cold,
yeah, I might pass out from dehydration first.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that could happen.
It could happen. But either way, yeah, bro, I would much rather go out, sweating to death and fucking baking than that freezing. I totally get the in your sleep part or pass out. I totally get that. But up until that point, give me the heat.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Mickey says times were a lot different back then also. For sure, Mickey. Yeah, I'm just talking shit. You know, it's late. I'm baked and talking shit. Who knows what I would have done back then? I'd like to think that I would be the kind of person that you could rely on to hop in a boat with bare feet in the freezing cold with a 6'6" fucking redheaded retard with wooden teeth and go knock down the other side. Who knows, man?
That's hilarious. That's funny. Oh man. Oh, good night, gents. Have a good one, Mickey.
Oh yeah, man. I hope you have a good one. Be safe. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, have a good one.
Out of 600,000 men, only 40,000 came back. The history dude said, "Yeah, that's wild, man."
Yeah, Napoleon. A lot of people forget to fail at Napoleon how they fought on the way back too. Like they fought as they were retreating. They had to fight. Also, Napoleon was a great tactician, man. He was fucking something. I'm glad he lost, though. I wasn't a Napoleon fan. I didn't like the revolution.
Yeah, no, but you still can't take. Yeah, he did a lot of crazy shit. You can't take away from him. He was absolutely a great general, great tactician.
He was
some of the unfortunate. When sometimes when you have records like that and you build up that kind of confidence, the mistakes that you make are great. You know what I mean? Like that's the problem. Is like when you do end up making a mistake, it's a great mistake.
He rose from nothing. He wasn't even French. He was an Italian. He was a Corsican. And his father fought with the great Corsican rebel Paolo something. And then the father betrayed Paolo and worked with the French. So when Napoleon went back to Corsica when he was a teenager and met Paolo, he thought Paolo was going to take him under his wing, right? Because he was his father's comrade. Napoleon believed very much in Corsican rebellion and freedom from France. And then Paolo seen him and says, I forget in France, but I would never trust a Bonaparte. you know, and Napoleon got so mad. That's when he fully became French. Napoleon. That's when he became a Frenchman. Napoleon was not a Frenchman until then. Now, his father sent him off in French schools when he was young, yes, but he was still not a Frenchman until Paulo rejected him. And then he went back to France, back into school, and he was all French, all for the French.
Gotcha.
Imagine if Paulo and them embraced him. Who knows what would have happened? That would have been different. We would have never heard of Napoleon Bonaparte if that was the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he didn't join the French army or nothing, we would have never heard of
Sure.
Napoleon.
One of my favorite stories that's just associated with Napoleon is when the pirate Jean Lafitte left New Orleans and was sent over to France to help his family get back over to America with all their wealth, and ended up bringing a bunch of them back to New Orleans with him. And it's like a really cool like treasure story of where some of them might have stashed some of their shit.
Lafitte, the great, I've heard of Lafitte. Yeah, see what
Oh
people.
yeah, Jean Lafitte, he made a fucking deal with the president at the time to fight and save Florida. He took a band of fucking pirates in exchange for pardons for everybody, and he ratted out his own fucking people, and he went to war against them and fucking won, and got pardons for him and the entire pirate kingdom.
Right,
and then they left there. They left New Orleans after they got their pardons. They left New Orleans. They had a whole pirate kingdom there, a whole base, and they left there and they went to Galveston, and they started a whole new little pirate kingdom there. And there was like a little island off of there where he ended up dying later because they went back to full blown piracy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, people don't realize Napoleon.
But yeah, he fought for the United States, bro. You know.
Yeah, he was going to come back and get the Louisiana Purchase. Like Napoleon sold 1804. He sold the Louisiana Purchase to Thomas Jefferson because he needed his money, to fight the British and all that shit. But what they don't realize, if Napoleon would have ever won and defeated the British and made peace with them all, he was coming back for his territories in the Americas. I think he would have wanted to come back.
Well, he would have probably had an ally in Lafitte, at least. Like I said, he was the one that went back he left New Orleans, sailed to fucking France, and got his family and a bunch of their treasure and money out of there and brought them back to New Orleans.
Wouldn't that be a great series? Wouldn't that be a great series?
It sure would be. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
That's why I said that's one of my favorite tales that's even like associated with Napoleon. I only learned about it because of my nerdy, like super fucking anal reading into all pirate stories I can ever find,
Yeah, pirates is some cool shit, man.
Yeah.
Edward Teach, Blackbeard. Good night, John.
Oh yeah, dude, there's so many just cool
stories
woven into. There's a lot of those like bigger names and stuff, and they're good and they're cool, and a lot of those stories are really neat, especially when you read the firsthand accounts of the people that were there. And you like audiobooks. I think a long time ago, I put the.
I want to answer him real quick though. I don't think Napoleon would have conquered all of America, man. I think he would have took some portion of maybe Louisiana or something like that, or at least tried to take it back, or maybe he would have settled somewhere else, or maybe he would have made war and took some of it back and made allies with the native tribes.
If he would have I can say for sure that if he would have partnered with Lafitte, and Lafitte didn't flip with didn't do a deal for pardons with our government, then they could have ended up with Florida. They could have ended up with Florida because that's what he was fighting them for, was Florida.
Well, that's a very picture. Napoleon Bonaparte made peace with the British, and his European allies, and turned his fate on America. The other European powers would have stepped in, though, without a doubt. And I don't think he could have.
No, it would have been limited. I think even a possibility would have been like.
Well, hold on.
The problem with Louisiana, they could have got Florida, but the problem with Louisiana is that it still fucking dips way. You know what I mean? It doesn't dip down out of being mostly landlocked. Like
he was
Louisiana's only exposed on one side of the ocean. Florida's open on all
yeah, it's a
sides except for the
peninsula.
top.
It's a peninsula. He would have had native allies and stuff like that, but I don't think he could have defeated all of the 13
Who
colonies.
knows, though, right? Yeah, who knows? But yeah,
Who knows
definitely
what
not all of
happened?
America. No,
Great
that wouldn't
Britain,
happen.
Great Britain would have stepped in. Other countries would have stepped in. No, he could have
Well,
maybe
of course,
one more
absolutely.
with
Great
Florida.
Britain would have stepped. Yeah, England would have stepped in for sure. They had too much financial interest.
Yeah. No, he could have, like you said, that's very interesting. He could have went to Florida with Lafitte. That's very interesting right there.
Yeah, that would have been feasible. I mean, at least to take it at that time. Now, if they would have been able to hold it, who knows? But I'm just saying, at that time, they might have been able to take that because that's what the French. Our government was worried about it happening in the first place, and then when the French approached Lafitte to help them, Lafitte was like, I fucking am a pirate for a reason. I really don't like you guys. Yeah, I'm French and everything, but you guys fucking suck, and I really don't want you here. So he went to the fucking president. And he was like, hey, listen. I will give you all the information that I have, and I will even help you fucking win, but I want pardons for every single person in my small pirate kingdom.
Who was president at the time?
Hang on. I don't remember that. Hold on.
What year was it?
No, I'll find out right now. I've got my phone in my hand. Hang on.
All right. Might have been after Jefferson. So Madison and Madison. Because it went Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Quincy Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Fillmore's, Pierce. Yeah, it's going to be Madison and Monroe, or Jefferson himself, right?
Jackson.
Okay. Oh wow, 7th President Jackson. Okay. So that
all
was
right. So Lafitte and his men, the Baratarians. So right, remember I don't know if you remember. So the pirate kingdom was called Barataria, if you ever want to look it up. And so Lafitte and his men and the Baratarians fought alongside Andrew Jackson in the Battle of New Orleans in 1814 to 1815.
Yep.
Jackson personally praised Lafitte as one of the most ablest men in the battle.
That's right.
In February 1815, President Madison pardoned the Baratarians for any crimes they had ever committed against the United States.
1814, we took a little trip down with Colonel Jackson.
Yeah, so what I was talking about is when he helped them with France, but they're and Florida and the Spanish, but they're most well known for this fight to save New Orleans from a British invasion.
Yes.
See, I just was reading the pirate stories.
Jackson, now the Battle of New Orleans, right there, right? Jackson had a ragtag army, man.
They were pirates.
Yeah, he had pirates. He had fucking militiamen. He had raw young recruits. He had all kinds of different a scallywag. Yeah, he fought against the banks. That's correct. Yes. You know your history.
Yeah, Jackson and Lafitte got along so well that the pirate became Jackson's unofficial aide-de-camp following the War of 1812.
Wow. Yeah, Jackson was a cat. He was one of my favorite presidents, Andrew Jackson. Right there. I love Old Hickory. My favorite president in the United States ever. Self-made man, first self-made man, the first man who was not born into wealth or inherited great wealth like Washington. Jackson was the first common man's president. As a little boy, he hated the British so much, man. When he was a little boy, the British took him and his little brother hostage, right? And made him shine shoes and shit. And he wouldn't shine their shoes after they were being real rude to him. So they hit him with a saber and they gave him a scar on his face. And even when he was an old man, they tried to assassinate him, right? This dude pulls out 2 fucking derringers, right? Single shots, and fires one. It misfires. He fires the second, misfires, and Jackson starts beating him with the cane that he fired the second one. And he was in his 70s, dude, wheeling his cane like a fucking madman.
Wow.
Yeah.
So here you go. So here's the small part that's actually written down in history that has to do with my favorite pirate tale of him going to try and grab Napoleon before they send him to St. Helena, is that there's actually a house in New Orleans still that's known as the Napoleon House that was built for if he was able to actually be smuggled back.
So he was trying to. He wanted to go grab the emperor, right? Napoleon.
Right. So the original plan was to smuggle Napoleon out with his family before they could send him to St. Helena. But by the time he got there, he was already gone. He was only able to bring back some of his family and a bunch of their treasure and money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just looked it up to see what I could find real quick, and it just says that there is a house in New Orleans that was originally built to house Napoleon after he was smuggled back, if they were able to smuggle him back.
Wow, that's crazy. That would have been crazy. Cool. Napoleon hiding in fucking hiding in America. That's nuts.
Yeah, that would have been nuts, right?
Yeah. Napoleon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bonaparte. He's got the Crisco oil. Cashmere. History Channel. This guy's a character.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool fucking pirate stories like that, man. Like I said, there's I started to say earlier is like there's a lot of those big popular names, and a lot of their stories are cool, and especially when you read like the firsthand accounts. And I've told you about the couple of books. There's 3 books that are the only authenticated pirates that wrote down like biographies or tales of that time. One of them is like the first and foremost. I've linked that audiobook on my community page before, but I can put it back up if you want. I know you listen to audiobooks and stuff like that sometimes, and I'm sure you would find it very, very interesting. It starts off
with he's sick.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm just laughing. He's got a cool history change. He's got why he said that because of Corey Feldman.
Oh, okay.
All right. How you doing, Mr. History Channel? I might give you a channel a sub, actually. Oh, he's got rock and roll stuff. Pretty cool. All right, now, I like Captain Kidd was pretty cool. I liked Blackbeard. I like the early age of piracy is fascinating when they were pirateers and then just switching over and the whole,
yeah, it's still around the golden age. That's post Buccaneer, post pirate, back to privateer, back to pirate. Yeah. I got you.
That's like very fascinating times right there, you know?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there's a lot of great smaller guys, a lot of great stories from like smaller guys and just little players in there. And also, like I say, when you read the firsthand accounts of these people that were on the ships, or listen to the audiobook and hear it, it's fucking amazing. And you get like the actual ins and outs, and you get a lot more stories that way from even some of the people that you heard of. You get to be like there at the fucking battle, like the battles of Panama and shit like that with them when they're crossing the Darien. It's literally fucking amazing, bro. The stories are just absolutely amazing. I've told you a couple of them here and there, but they're just
being on that ship, right? And all of a sudden these cannonballs come rolling over and they're gonna just blow up, and all kinds of shit's gonna come out. And then men are going to come over that deck, right? Like a couple of hundred men, maybe more, are going to come over that deck with sabers, pistols. That's crazy. Those pirates, like, that brawl they have, that massive brawl to take the ship, like every pirate ship when they fight, right? That's why a lot of them pirates are on, like Blackbeard. What he had, like, how many pistols he have on him? Like 6?
Usually at least 6. Yeah, he would keep them in braces and tied around ribbon around his neck. Yep.
He would have them all over him. Like, you know, they would carry so many weapons, right? Because you never know when you're going to need one, you know?
Yeah.
Right? Like you can get knocked down. And those, remember, you only got a gun that shoots.
Well, that's the thing, right? I was going to say, I'm just going to let you talk because you know more about the weapons. But yes, that is true. The fucking weapons were highly inaccurate, and you
Yeah.
had to fucking load the goddamn thing each time you shot it. So that's why they had that crazy big, heavy fucking crack your head open end of the handle. That's why they were so heavy and so sturdy there, so they could beat a motherfucker off after they fired it.
Yeah, mostly you used it as a weapon like that because you only got one shot, and what you wanted to do is they would instead of pointing and fire it, they would try to get up close, right, and just put it close to your stomach, right, like point it at your belly and shoot, right, like especially in chaos like that. You're not really pointing from far away, especially with those pistols back then, the blunderbusters and shit.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you again, bro. If you want, I can put the link up. The book is called "The History of the Buccaneers of America" by Alexander Olivier Exclamlin. But it's a first-hand account of life in the Caribbean during the 17th century when piracy was at its peak. He was literally the barber surgeon for fucking Captain Morgan at one time.
Oh wow!
Like he was there at all of the battles, dude. So I'm telling you, it's literally, you cannot find another book in the world. It does not exist. It is the only first-hand fucking biography. Now there's two other guys. One guy named. Go ahead.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, I can send you a link to it.
Just drop the link in the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put a link on my community tab tomorrow.
All right. Yeah.
You can grab it from. I'll link you in it or something like that. Yeah, but it'll just be up there. I'll remind you if you forget.
Yeah.
But either way, bro, it's fucking insane. So there's two other. One of them is by William Dampier. Now, he was also a very, very famous scientist, but he was a fucking buccaneer, don't get it twisted, with a lot of piracy under his belt. Now, he was the one, all three of these guys knew each other. Now, the other guy's name was Lionel Wafer. Now, the coolest thing about these three stories is that they all, at different points, intertwine. So you'll get like three different perspectives of certain battles, right? It's fucking awesome. Three different perspectives of certain like sailings or certain situations because they're all there and they're on different ships with different captains, man. It's fucking cool. And they all know each other. So William Dampier, like I said, was like a scientist. He was a very famous navigator. He was the first person to circumnavigate the globe 3 times. He was the first person to describe the flamingo, put it that way, bro. All kinds of shit. He was a great scientist, but he was also first and foremost a buccaneer for real and a pirate. This motherfucker even was like one of the great loggers in Campeche with the Buccaneers, bro. Like insane. You hear like I told you before the story of Robinson Crusoe, like the island.
Yeah,
it's based on a true story. Dampier was on the boat that fucking dumped him there, and on the boat coincidentally that took him off.
Wow.
And you can read all that shit in his books. Now he's widely published all over the place because he had a lot of fame. Now the Alexander Exclamon, his is only known amongst like people that are like really aficionados for pirate history because that's what you end up finding. It is the Holy Grail. It is the only first-hand account that's authenticated by even like the greatest of skeptics. This motherfucker was there for all of this famous shit and tells you the ins and outs of how it all worked. Bro, the book starts in 1666 when he is sailing out of Europe to go to the fucking Caribbean.
Oh, wow.
To go to, to literally like all the places you've ever read about or wanted to go to, all the greatest pirate kingdoms, this dude was fucking there. And he describes them to you in detail while he's standing there. It's amazing, bro. So then the third one, Lionel Wafer, is really cool because his story is only known because he's one of the first people to spend a great amount of time and be able to speak with the Indians of Darien. The Darien Gap in Panama, right?
Oh, really? Wow.
So check this out. So when pirates invaded Panama, bro, they parked on the Atlantic side. They had to march across that fucking dude. Even today, the Darien Gap is one of the most treacherous places humans can try to cross, bro. And they did this shit in 1670s.
Yes, with boats and shit, little boats.
And when they did it, the Spanish had advanced knowledge of their arrival and removed all of the food, all of the fruit, all of the animals, everything out of the fucking jungle. They were eating their boots and their bags, their leather.
Yeah, the Spaniards had control before they did.
So, but check this out. So they eventually got to Panama. That whole battle's written from all three of those accounts. It's fucking amazing, bro. But they take Panama. On their way back, this cat Lionel Wafer is sitting around a fire with William Dampier and Alexander Eskelman. They're all at this same fire because they're the barbon surgeons for their crews, right? They're like the learned guys. They can read, they're doctors and shit, right? Well, they're all drawing out their powder. Again, stuff you know more about than I do. I've just read this story. But they're all drawing out their gunpowder, right?
Yeah, you need to keep it dry.
Well, this fucking Lionel Wafer guy, he dumped his shit out. He was careless with his powder, got it too close to the fire, and it blew his fucking kneecap off.
Wow. Yes. If you're that shit can go up. You're near fire. He must have. Was he drunk?
Now, like I'm saying, like I say off, I'm being hyperbolic. He blew a big piece of his leg off, right?
Yeah, he fucked himself up. Yeah, for
so
sure.
check this out. So the rules with the pirates when they're moving through the jungle, bro, the Spanish are coming, and they've only got these Indians because the Indians hate the Spanish, right? The Indians are their guides, and they're helping them. But
you got to keep up.
Yeah, but you got to keep up, man. And if you go lame, that's your fucking ass. Now, fortunately for him, he had been very, very kind to the Indians. Not all these pirates were.
That's right.
Lionel Wafer was very, very kind to these dudes. But when he went to sleep and he woke up, the two that were supposed to be helping him robbed all his shit and ran off. So now he's trying to keep up with his people, and he's having to like beg, borrow for medicine and rags and stuff for his legs. People are trying to help him walk, and eventually some more of the Indians were like, listen, man, this guy's going to get us all killed. We live, whatever, fucking 6 miles from here. I'm sure there's a lot more than that, but you get what I'm saying. Like, we live over this fucking mountain over here. We can take him there, get him better, and we promise that when he's better, we'll bring him down to the beach and we'll give him to the first white people that we see. So they're all like, okay, well, we really don't have a choice, man. What do you think, Lionel? Lionel's like, bro, just take me to the fucking Indian village. I'm going to die out here in the jungle anyway. I might as well go there and at least like have food and shit, be around people, right? So he goes there, but after a year, the chief of the the Darien Indians basically claims him and says, you're not fucking going anywhere. You are going to be my ticket to get the Queen of England to come here.
Wow. Yeah.
And Lionel Wafer's like, motherfucker, that's not how it works, bro. I'm going to have to go there and take you with me. Like, they're not coming here, man. So eventually he goes, all right, listen. The chief tells him, he goes, you're going to marry one of my daughters. Then you're tied into me and you have to come back. And I'm going to send her with you to make sure you come back and bring the queen, right?
Bring the queen.
So that's what happens. Now, this is a year later. He gets taken down to the beach with the Indian girl who's now his fucking wife, but he's all dressed up like an Indian. He's got tattoos and piercings and all kinds of shit. And he gets on the boat, and guess who's on the fucking boat? William Dampier.
Wow.
And William Dampier doesn't even notice that it's his old friend Lionel because he looks like a fucking South American Indian from Darien, right?
Yeah.
And in Lionel's book, and you can read this on both sides. That's why I say it's so cool. Certain things like this happen. You can read from two different perspectives. The Lionel dude's like, I'm just staring at my boy, waiting for him to see me, right? Like, that's the short version. He's like, I'm just staring at this motherfucker, waiting for him to notice me. And the other side, William Dampier's like, I don't know what this smelly fucking Indian's staring at, right? He's like, but he's like, oh my God, he's like, all of a sudden I figured it out. It's my boy, right? But he actually made it back, and he did it by tricking the fucking chief into thinking he would actually be able to bring the Queen of England back to him.
Wow.
But it's only because of him, though, that the very first maps were drawn of all that area, that the language was fucking translated. They had him, they had his wife. It was amazing.
Yeah, he explored. He wrote down everything. They found new animals. All that. Can you hit up? Oh,
And
that's
it
what
was kind of lucky for like
guys. You have,
humanity that it happened to him and not one of the illiterate pirates.
yeah, ain't it? Think, yeah, no kidding, ain't it? It's just how history works. You hit on that guy's comment. That's pretty interesting. My ancestor four four for the New York Second Artillery in the Civil War. He came from Germany in 1864, 33 years old, said, "Welcome to America, going to the army." His leg was blown up by a cannonball.
Wow.
Yes, that's like the stuff that would happen to pirates on ships. Those cannonballs. Well, that's pretty amazing, though. That guy. Wow.
Yeah, and they had different kinds of cannonballs too. They had different
Yes,
kinds of
different.
shot.
Yeah, different kinds of shot. Grape shot. Then you had some that exploded, some that would just go.
Captain Avery, one of the most famous pirates in history, he got killed by a fucking cannonball straight to his chest.
Oof, my
Some
God.
say it was to his head, but he was straddling a cannon, just like waving his sword at the enemy, going, "Come on, motherfucker, I bet you won't." And they shot a cannon. They actually hit the motherfucker.
Wow.
Yep. They wrapped chains. They left him in his clothes. He was all dressed up. He had all his jewelry on and his hat and shit. And he was absolutely insane person. He was a fucking nightmarish murderer, but he had pulled off some of the greatest licks ever. He was one of like the really rich pirates. And
Spain hated him, right? Now, was he robbing Spain alone, or or at this point were they going after England also?
Oh no, these dudes were robbing. They robbed some Spanish people, some Spanish ships in the Caribbean, but that's not where the money was in the Caribbean. The money was not even. The money was in off the coast of fucking Madagascar, getting the great Indian ships. That's where Captain Kidd got his ship. That's where Avery got some of his ships. That's where the absolute richest pirates in history sailed to get their money, because the once a year for Mecca. These fucking crazy mid East royalty, these sheiks and stuff would get on their boats and sail. And when they would sail, they would bring all of their wealth with them, bro. Even their wives and cousins and fucking ashtrays, bro. They brought everything they owned with them. And when you hit one of these ships, you got billions of dollars.
Wow.
Billions, yes. Caribbean was fucking small time. Sometimes those guys, like Blackbeard, might hit a ship. He might get fucking like the pay for a town, or he might get 1,000 bales of fucking cotton. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was such a weird trade zone that you didn't know what you were gonna get, and it really wasn't money all the time unless you could get a treasure ship.
Yeah,
and those weren't hit.
Whiskey, shaking them down for food, provisions, like you said.
Yeah. The big hits were like here's the reason Captain Morgan was so famous. Captain Morgan was so famous because he would mobilize great armies of all the pirate crews, and he would go after one great destination, and usually it was on land. So he hit Panama twice, bro, and that's the reason that he was never. See, Spain wanted fucking Captain Morgan dead, bro, and they wanted him dead fucking yesterday. And they went to the King of England and said, "Yo, your fucking boy's fucking up. We want his fucking head on a platter. We want him dead now. Get him out of fucking Jamaica." So the king sent for him, had him brought in shackles to fucking London, met him at when Captain Morgan walked into the fucking palace, they literally took his fucking his handcuffs and his irons off, sat him in the
King James.
Probably. I don't know his name. I'd have to look it up to see who. You know, I'm bad at that stuff.
What year?
Hold on. Captain Morgan.
Robert James or Charles the Stuarts. One of the Stuarts, English king. One of the Stuarts. Good night, Dustin. Have a good one. Captain Morgan. Peck's laughing.
King Charles II.
All right, King Stuart, though. Oh, no, for Spain. Oh, I thought you meant England.
This is 1674. Or no, okay, so he sought the one who explained and running exactly what should be done and pressed the king for an infamous Buccaneer pardon. No, that was England. Yeah, so it sought the advice of Martin, explained in writing exactly what should be done. Impressed with his expertise, the king granted the infamous Buccaneer a pardon knighted him, and then sent him back to his beloved Jamaica in 1674.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I was getting at. So he brought him to the palace in shackles out of the fucking Jamaica, right? Made it look like he was getting arrested, like he was going to kill him and shit. Had him treated like garbage. But when he walked into the palace, he sat him down and fed him. Was like, "You're my motherfucking boy. Do you know how happy I am with you right now? You are pissing these people off and getting us all this money. You robbed Panama again, you crazy son of a bitch." He was like, "That shit is off the chain. I love you so much." He goes, "Check this out." He's like, "Not only are you not arrested, he's like, you're governor of Jamaica now."
No, who was another big help to them? A lot of them, the marooned slaves.
Of course. Those were like some of their best fucking friends in the world. That was their family, bro. They looked out for those dudes.
Well, my point is war, right? They knew the terrain and they could come out of the deep jungles, right? So when the pirates attacked from the sea, the marooned ex-slaves come from the fucking interior and just fucking hit the
oh, for sure. Yeah, there were definitely islands where they had shit set up where they could do that. Absolutely. Yeah, of course. And they always allied each other because they were the first real democracy in this part of the world.
Yeah, it happened in Nassau.
Pirates were literally the first form of democracy in this part of the world.
Yep. Even a captain had to be elected.
Yeah. Oh, it was very, very democratic. You didn't fuck with those rules, man. You didn't fuck up. You lived that life because you believed in that life. Yep.
Everything was voted on.
Like, dude, again, when I send you this book, bro, even down to the number of coins you would receive for a lost finger or a lost eye or a lost... It got so particular that it was down to a finger on your dominant hand would be worth more than one on your non-dominant hand. You would be guaranteed when you went into a big battle, they would say, this is how much money everybody gets for a lost ear, for a lost eye, for a lost finger, a lost hand, a foot, a leg. And they would set aside a certain percentages for the barber surgeon's medicaments, they call him, his medicine in his chest.
What he means, hold on a second. What he means by that is, so the people that go into battle, after the battle, if you're wounded, you're getting more money than the person who was.
Yeah, that's on top of your share.
On top of your share, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Or you might just be like, so sometimes some crews would just say you get a bigger share if you're maimed. If you lose a right arm, you'll get your share will get up to this, class or whatever, because the captain for his ship would get like a certain number of shares, right? Then it would go down from there. Yeah. So you might end up getting 2 shares, instead of a few more coins. It just depends on the crew you were with.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. What you're taking too.
Yeah, he says, "What about losing your nuts?" I don't know. I never read that one.
Well, I'm sure a lot did, though.
I did read a couple about cabin boys that lost their virtue and came out screaming, "The captain buggered me," and that motherfucker got keel hauled. What they call keel hauled. They would tie a rope all the way around the ship, long to front. They went around the bottom of it, and they would drag you along the bottom of the boat across the barnacles underwater to the other side if you buggered somebody.
Yeah, if you were caught buggering, it was called buggering. Or they might even tie you to the front of the boat, like with your arms back, with your chest, and as hit the waves, and it
that'd break you apart.
Crushes your chest.
Yeah, that'll break your fucking ass apart big time.
That's a terrible death right there. The Vikings used that also. They would take somebody in like the tip of the ship, the front of the ship, put their chest and tie their arms, and they're hitting every wave. It's hurting their whole body. Is being
both of those are terrifying. The keel hauling is absolutely terrifying because you got to hold your breath that whole time too, being underneath the water and getting dragged across all that barnacle bottom.
Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. You are getting shredded. That's probably even more painful.
Yeah, you're shredded. You're literally fucking shredded. Most people wouldn't survive. Yeah, but that's how bad dude, if you buggered, remember, cabin boys were like 13, 14, 15.
Yeah. God forbid some psycho buggered a little kid like that. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and the slaves were the same way. If a slave told a pirate ship that his master buggered him, they would literally get off the ship, go to the farm or whatever, find the dude, and they would fucking kill him.
Yeah, they looked down upon that. Sick shit. Because That's someone like freaking rape or R-ing somebody, for Christ's sakes.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, that shit was not tolerated in any way, shape, or form. Yep.
Kevin boy.
I mean that's some serious fucking punishment, bro.
I
That's not a
love
joke.
me some cabin boys. That's Dick. Loves cabin boys.
It's sick,
Like
bro.
slick, jump.
Yeah, but the tortures and stuff like that they did in these raids and stuff, because they would work with, like I said, all kinds of pirate crews from everywhere. When they were all insane from like their marches and all, they'd come through with all the drums and their banners and all that kind of shit, and it was just insanity. And when the battle would be raging and they'd be all like frothing at the mouth, and they'd finally get these people cornered and want to know where like all the money was, and they'd be holding them for days trying to get more money out of them because they knew hundreds of them had run into the woods. So they would just be torturing these people. Like they'd grab the rope and tie it around your head and squeeze it until these people's eyeballs would pop out. Gnarly, dude. Gnarly, fucking crazy different kinds of torture and they describe it all in these books. It's nuts, these stories.
Yeah, that sounds pretty tapped. And I know a lot about those stories too, but not as much as you do with those.
Well, that's one of the, like you with Rome, a lot of the history and like the weapons and stuff, a tremendous, that's what you spent your time with. This is the stuff I spent my time with.
Yeah. You know a lot about piracy and stuff. You could actually teach classes, like I could teach Roman classes with Roman stuff, The pirates are fascinating to me also, but not as fascinating. Oh, there was pirates during Roman times too. Pompey Magnus' son, Sextus Pompey, was a pirate, and held a pirate fucking army on Sicily, and had stopped the grain shipments into Rome for fucking years. Well, for about a year.
Oh yeah, there's always been pirates.
Yeah, since the dawn of time, there's been pirates.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people don't realize that. When they think of pirates, they think just Captain Kidd, right?
Well, yeah, that definitely, and like I said, they kind of neglect the Buccaneer stuff, but I get it. It's still the coolest time. It's the most romanticized time. It certainly was the coolest time for pirates, man, and pirate stories. It really was that golden age. I totally get it, but I find it all interesting from the very first like noted case of the buccaneering that even led up to all that shit. It's amazing. It's all cool.
What did you make of Black Sails?
Bro, I loved that show except for the Fenwick bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
I found it completely not needed. It was just something HBO did. It was but the rest of it was fucking cool to watch. It was a fun show.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
It was a really fun show. I mean, they were obviously really loose with all the stories, but I didn't care about that. I loved being able to see some of these characters come to life and interact with each other. I just enjoyed it for the fiction that it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I liked Black Sails. There was some things that I didn't like about it, some degenerate shit, don't get me wrong, but I liked Black Sails.
Yeah. Look at you out here on the beach all dressed up like a people. I almost spit my fucking drink across my room. I still remember that line, obviously. I almost spit my fucking drink across the room when I heard that shit in that show, bro.
He was a great character, Flint. He was, besides the Riccione.
Yeah, I just found that unneeded. It was a weird part of the story that they added. And most of the time it didn't affect the story until the very end when we needed it to end well. They were like, here you go, fuck you, suck a dick.
Yeah. Why couldn't they just be best pals or two men who just fucking wanted to had a dream, right?
Could have been a woman that he was in love with. Didn't even really need that as a driver. He already had all the military shit going on in his background. You know what I mean? They didn't need all that stuff.
Yeah. Flint was smart though. He always found a way to fucking win them over and fucking turn it his way, his son.
Yep. I liked Rackham a lot too. I thought that they chose a really cool character for him.
Yes, I was gonna say that. I thought they did pick a good Jack Rackham. That guy.
Yeah.
The Ian Bonnie thing kind of was goofy, right?
Yeah, but it's true though. That is who sailed with Rackham.
Very
And
true,
so
but
there
here's
was.
what I didn't like how she could punch a 7-foot guy in the face and knock him out. Now, if
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. Yeah, they made it hyperbolic because those two, they really did dress and fight and drink like
they
men.
did,
Really,
yes.
and a lot of times when it came push to shove, they were literally the last two on the deck with swords, willing to fight while the men were hiding.
I'm well aware of that, and I know
Yeah.
their bravery and all that. But my thing is, all right, show her shooting somebody or cutting somebody's face, but come on, a girl that size is not.
Oh no, I agree with you on that stuff. I always do.
Knock a guy
Yeah.
5 feet in the air. So I didn't like that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I always do. That's why I said that was totally hyperbolic, but they were tough for sure.
Yeah, they had her take some dude that was enormous, and he fought her for like 10 minutes. It was pathetic. And she beat this like 7-foot fucking Viking down. King Don, what's up? This 7-foot
What's
Viking.
up, KD?
Like she beat him up, and they fought for like 10. It was pathetic. When they were stuck in the hole, remember when they're stuck in the hole and she fights that guy? It's ridiculous. She would have been dead.
Of course. Yeah, of course, man.
But and
but I didn't. I thought that they did choose a really good character for Rackham. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. And Flynn was good too. Yeah, like I said, I just thought the other thing was totally unneeded and it was like bothersome. That was one of the things that bothered me about the show. But other than that, it was a really fun ride. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the wife was pretty. I liked the wife, the lady.
Yeah.
That lived in the countryside.
Right.
Thomas's wife, she was good looking. Eleanor Guthrie. And what was the other one's name?
I don't remember. I'm bad with stuff like that.
The pretty Creole girl.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I forget her name, but yeah, it was a good show. They showed the explosions, cannons smashing the ships. Sick.
They had all that stuff was great, man. All that stuff was great.
It's not about pirates, but what about Master and
Commander? I liked Silver too. I liked his character. He kind of pissed me off here and there, but it was a good character. Remember when he got his fucking legs beat to shit? That sucked. That was fucked up.
Yeah, then they had him cuck in the end for love or something like that. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
It was so dumb. It was so stupid. He was good though. I like that the old guy with the busted head, he was all, what was his name? Guy with the fucked up old guy.
Sure.
I mean, Calico Jack's buddy, the guy we just talked about's friend. He was an old fucked up guy, got hit in the head, he went crazy.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't think of him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Did you ever watch the show Blackbeard with John Malkovich?
No.
That was pretty okay, man. That was pretty good. He played Blackbeard, but he played him as an older dude that had retired on an island with all his money. Like he had fooled the world and he wasn't really dead, but
really?
Yeah, it was a cool show, man. It was as if Blackbeard got away and was able to hide on an island without anybody knowing about it. And then they found out, and then you have a show, and it was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty okay.
Wow.
I think it was only like 2 seasons. It might have been 1.
What years did they come out?
I don't know. Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, Calamity Jane. Yeah, she shoots you quick. And Bonnie shoots you quick, too. Those pirate women were vicious.
That shit wasn't a joke.
They'd shoot you in a minute or cut you, but they're not if they had to fight a 6'7" guy 1-on-1, the guy's beating them. They needed their weapons, obviously, but all you got to do is put a couple of guns in their hands. Oh, they probably carried multiple guns, some blades, and probably had some dudes close to them watching out for them, anyways. Probably killed a lot of people.
Oh, the show was called Crossbones. That's right. It was in 2014 when John Malkovich played Blackbeard. It was called Crossbones. Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty good show.
I think he had the best pirate flag out of all of them, almost. One of the best.
It was good. It was classic.
I like Blackbeard's pirate flag. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, KD. It's called it's not called Blackbeard, but John Malkovich plays Blackbeard, and the show is called Crossbones. It was from 2014. Look that up. I don't know where it would be available, but maybe you can find it. It's a good show though. It was good.
I'll be finding it on like some hidden thing like
Fuck, it might be on YouTube by now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you'd find it on YouTube probably. Most likely. Especially it's historical.
Yeah, it's like I mean, like I said, it's as if he lived. So, but it's a cool show. Like I said, if you're along for the ride and just want some cool pirate stories based on characters it's pretty good. Yeah, not bad.
Master and Commander.
Say what?
Master and Commander.
Master, I don't know about that one. Let me look
Russell Crowe. It's a great movie about this English ship hunting a much superior and being hunted by a much superior French ship. It's with Russell Crowe. Watch it. You'll love it. Guaranteed you'll be a super fan of it.
I mean, he looks vaguely familiar. I'm looking at the pictures and stuff now. I might have seen part of it or seen it on TV, and I just don't remember.
Everybody loves this movie's it's a cult classic for people who love history and boat movies, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you'll be a huge fan of it if you watch it.
Oh, I'm all for swashbuckling and classic ship battles. Like I said, it looks vaguely familiar. I might have seen this a long time ago.
You might have. I bet you did.
It's possible.
Guaranteed you did.
What the fuck is this? KD found something. Crossbearer Heather is broke. She has a soul-sucking job as a stripper. Her living girlfriend Victoria has a baby and a coke problem. Her boss Harry is an abusive maniac. Life cannot get much worse. 0.03 on IMDb. That's what he found when looking up Crossbones.
What a weird shit.
Yeah, people are insane. They're lost their fucking minds. What the fuck? She's a stripper. Her live-in girlfriend, so she's a lesbian, and who has a baby and a cocaine problem.
What the
fuck?
And it gets even more interesting. Man, it sounds crazy.
Sounds absolutely insane.
Oh, it is.
It doesn't sound interesting like you'd want to watch it. It sounds like a giant ball of drama weirdness.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I wouldn't want it. It's like that weird show. What was that show? It was so degenerate. There was some funny parts, though, I must say. It was on Showtime. It was about this like degenerate, like white trash family. And they were all like drug addicts, fanoics, whoas, you name it. I can't think of it, but they were just all like the father he was a famous guy too, was in mad movies, like a drunken shit bum loser. The brother's a Ricky and the other brother's a thief. The sister's promiscuous. It was just weird.
It sounds weird.
Yeah, I bet you a lot of people seeing it. What the fuck was it, man? It was very popular too. Shameless, King Don. Thank you. Shameless. There it is. I seen a couple of the seasons. I don't know which ones, but there was some shit that was demented black comedy, funny type of shit that was funny. But then there was so much degenerate shit that was just like too much for me. But there was some other funny stuff that wasn't.
Yeah, I've never. Oh, I know what this is. Yeah, bro. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes and I was like, fucking, this is lame. I'm out.
Yeah, there was some funny things though that happened, like
I'm
kids.
sure there was. I'm
One
just
kid
fucking
lost an
picky like that.
eye. Yeah, it was stupid. But they had some funny parts, but it was so degenerate and weird. But there was like some funny parts where like one kid lost his eye, like threw a fucking marble at him and knocked his eye out.
Yeah, I remember just wanting to like set the dad on fire.
Yeah, he was a weird drunk pervert.
Yeah, like I said, we watched like 1 or 2 episodes of it and we were like,
Oh yeah, there was a bum who would rob the agoraphobic lady. That's right. John Cusack's sister, Joan. Yeah, she was like agoraphobe, and he would rob her.
holy crap.
Yeah, he's like, you can't go outside. I'll go get it for you. Just give me some money. So he would go out to her shopping, I guess, and she would pay him. So he don't want her to stop being agoraphobic. He wants to
Wow.
he's agoraphobe, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to go outside, right?
Yeah, because he needs her to be codependent on him.
Yeah.
So he started like making her more agoraphobic, I think.
Wow.
To her, it was twisted shit. But all the weird degenerate parts are too much. Every 2 minutes, they're throwing some like real weird shit at you. Like the old dude, I think he did like looks like it's like some narc kind of stuff, purple nose shit, like letting guys tug him and shit from.
Oh no. No.
A late night, a little brother special.
Mm. Little tuggy tendy.
Tug
Tendy
that
tuggy.
tendy. Tug that tendy. What? Tug that tendy. Tug that tendy. Johnny, what? Tug that tendy.
Yeah, it's a tendy tuggy.
Yeah, is it a tendy to tug that tendy? What? Tug that tendy. Why so? Tug that tendy. Mommy knows. Johnny, a letter.
Forever known as the A-Light Special. Yeah.
Yeah, good night, Bella. Yeah, the 8 light special. A tuggy for a tendy.
It's the A-Light late night. Yep.
Pineapple. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, she was.
Toddler ODs on the girl's coke or the kid who is gay. Oh Jesus! Yeah, the baby would.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that kid. Yeah, that was disgusting. They kept catching them coming in when people were fucking sticking phalluses in them, and they're
Oh my
walking.
God!
Disgusting.
Holy fuck!
And they made him like this masculine, like ginger kid, who was like just toughest and the best Marine, but he just loved phalluses right up his back.
Wow.
And then
like it's a sport, like fucking Harambe.
Yeah, all they did is bash fucking Christianity. They started calling him gay Jesus and shit. It was disgusting.
The one from the Madonna video.
Yeah. Like, give me a break. Yeah, don't show the real gay music pumping, A-Light and Dowd together at the YMCA. That'd be funny. Johnny's dressed up as the cop.
Oh yeah.
Dowd's dressed up as the construction worker.
Yeah.
Because Dowd can't wear a cop badge no more. He was such a dirty cop, that Crumb.
Yeah, they call him like one of the dirtiest in America. Like every time they do a little stupid show about him, they call him one of the dirtiest cops in America.
He was robbing old ladies and shit.
He's sick, bro. Yeah, the guy's sick.
The old lady called up and said someone robbed the house, and he went and checked. He's like, no shit, the money's still here. And he robbed the money from the old lady. Like, come on, you motherfucker. Like, that's
what's wrong with you, bro?
It's not a bank. It's not like Walmart or some fucking corporate place. This is some like person that you take.
Well, right, and I was gonna go and also say, yeah, you're usually robbing fucking drug dealers or taking, payments off of people. You don't have to do that.
Exactly. Why do you gotta
Why
rob?
don't you just buy yourself some good karma and take the little old lady by the hand and go, here it is. Everything's going to be fine. You're going to have a great day. Here's your money.
Yeah, not a shot with that guy.
Oh, no. Scumbag.
Yeah, that guy's.
And if he's hanging out with A-Light, he obviously also tends to care for the taste of penis.
I don't know if they still chum around together or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't in the Daily Mail ones that, the clips or the pictures I saw for that one. That really was cringy and fucking weird though when they were hanging out and living together and all that stuff.
Yeah, he's known for shacking up with other dudes and like roommates and partying and weird shit. He's a weird guy.
Yeah, they were neighbors and stuff for a while too. It's just that's fucking. Of course, he's banging him.
Yeah, I believe he could be a bi guy. I wouldn't say he's all the way like he doesn't like women, but I believe.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he's just gross and has no. Yeah, he'll do anything.
Yeah, like a crazy sexual ditty deviant maybe of what he.
You go to Switzerland. You go fit in Switzerland with the zoophiliacs, as they called them. I can't believe that's a name for something.
That's gross.
But it is obviously a name for something that we read it in black and white on the news.
Yeah, a zoophiliac. That's crazy shit, man.
He might fit in over there with them too.
Yeah, these people are really
the horse humpers of Switzerland.
These people come up with every new name for every like degenerate shit they come out with, man.
This shit's weird, bro. It's beyond weird. I'm still concerned with the fact that there were 1,700 known cases of this zoophilia, but only 10% were horses. It's like that makes me very concerned for all the different kinds of animals out there.
Yeah, it is. Hey, what time is it? I gotta wake up early.
Yeah, so man.
I gotta take off, but good talking to you. I'll see you Friday. Everybody in the chat, Kingdom. Looks like Bella went to sleep. Everybody, God bless you. Have a good night.
Yeah, I'll put that link for you in the community tab. Check it out tomorrow.
Yeah, I will. Hit the like button. Everybody, come back and leave a comment.
All right, man. See you Friday. Later. Have a good day. Later.
How do I leave? I'll hit leave.
All right, there we go. All right, everybody. That was a good hell chat. We were on here for almost 3 hours this time. Yeah, we'll be back on Friday for a Skullbro show. So we'll see you.